down. Hi guys. Happy Friday. Hold on one second. We decided to do live from up here. Let's hope we stay up here. So we might have to do like an old school Mad Curls live field trip
halfway through,
back downstairs
or sooner.
Okay.
Let's see.
Here, let me just adjust this.
All right, let me find mine.
All right. Got this going on. What's going on?
I'm gonna turn my volume down. I want to laugh.
Let's see. Happy Friday.
Happy
Hi.
Good Friday.
Oh yeah, happy Good Friday. It's Good Friday. I know. There's like an entire holiday this weekend, and
I know. Does it feel like?
Yeah. Are you guys, those of you who celebrate Easter and the Easter holiday, are you still celebrating that on Sunday as far as like dinner at your house with your family, whoever's in your house? Yeah, are you still like doing, yeah, are you still doing something for that? Anybody?
Hold on. Don't mind the noise. I'm trying to get situated here. It's like very tight quarters. This may not work. I'm gonna fall out of this chair.
It's the chair we film in. Okay, what seems to be the trouble?
I have no idea what the trouble is yet, but you guys, I'm gonna go backwards in this chair in a minute. It's like a stool. I'm too old to sit down this little microscopic stool.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
But why is your leg up there?
Because my leg is stiff. Okay. All right. Try to go. All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Guys, we're starting already. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, roast a lamb. Who's saying that?
Oh.
And 2013, we're having roast lamb. That sounds really good.
T always says that, lamb.
Oh, does she?
Oh yeah.
Is she doing that this year?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
Angel said she has her ham. Hi, Gilpatrick.
Did anybody go out this week to buy these things, or
Jenny's mom 816? That's new. She says I love you guys. Hi.
Who's that?
Jenny's mom 816. Are you new? That's a new name. Hi.
Let me see. I got my puppy a whole Easter basket, so he said, "Oh, cute."
That's so fun.
I know. I saw cute little Easter things on Chewy, like a little cloth basket, but he has eaten through more cute cloth things, so I just couldn't do it.
Yeah. Angela, we're totally aware that you sent something to our P.O Box, but our post office where it's at is closed. They're renovating, so we can't get in there yet.
Not that somebody would send something there and they wouldn't get it. They would transfer it over, but it's during certain hours, like you said, between 9 and 1 or 10 and something. It's just odd hours that this week we haven't gotten out of the house yet to do that. Yeah, because they like put the fear of God in everybody this week. Like, this is going to be the worst week ever. They're going to be wiping out people left, right, and center. People are going to be dying. Like this week that we just had. So I personally did not want to go out the house today. Or any time last week or the coming week. Like, I am not trying to go out there.
Yeah.
So the last time that we were out, we did a great big shop, and I said I had no intention of going out there. Nothing was that pressing that I would need to go out last week. That they said that was like the worst week ever. So I just didn't.
Guys, how's our connection? That was also another issue in here, that my Wi-Fi sometimes is a little busted in this room.
But we're always kind of like on that side. So now we're on
because I see us. I'm looking at us from my screen, and we're skipping.
Are we?
Yeah. Hi, Wanda. She said she's new. Hi. Hi.
Who else is new?
Hi, Miss Yvette, signing in from work. Hey. Buffering, lagging, connection's not good, little laggy. Busted. Okay. Let me see. Hold on.
Ashley said her puppy set up as soon as.
Are we frozen?
Let's see. What is that? So.
Are we good? Are we good now?
Skipping and lagging.
Yeah, skipping and lagging. The connection keeps going in and out. So should we move now?
What do you guys think? Field trip?
I wanted to be up here because it's warmer up here, but yeah, the connection is pretty bad. The connection is pretty bad. All right. As we move downstairs, comment down below if you've been here for a Mad Curls field trip before. Field trip where we move from one location to another.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening. We're moving from one location to another. So let me just.
Right.
Here we go. Through our house. We are on the move.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to make 2 trips.
Okay.
Who's been here for a Mad Curls field trip before? Hi, doggy. Hi, Spence. All right. Back to the regular scheduled programming of here. Let's move the table back. Hold, please. Now we should go get our chargers. We'll be right back. Talk to each other.
What are you attacking me?
Guys, we're going live downstairs.
Got you.
And our camera's off. Just so you know. All right, guys, we are back. So sorry. All right. See the chat still moving. That's good. Someone said, oh my God, I have that Betty Crocker cookbook. Hold on. That Betty Crocker cookbook. Okay. All right, we tried to have new scenery. Didn't really work out.
We go back stuck looking at the cookbook.
Back stuck looking at the cookbook downstairs. All right. Someone say, "LOL, talk to each other."
Right.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, I never noticed that cookbook yet. And then we have like these blocks
No?
that
They
say
never
MADCURLS here.
Lots of people have noticed. Maybe they've noticed it in our videos. Maybe sometimes if we use the
Connection is good now. Yeah, I don't know what it
Okay.
is about this room. This is where the good connection is. So we'll just stay down here. It was it's a little chilly down here. So that's why I thought we could be upstairs in my room with like a little heater on, but
That's not happening tonight.
didn't work out. Wait, why is this so high? All right. So this is all the MADCURLS realness y'all get.
No pretension here.
All right. Doggy's excited. I can tell by his sound. Yeah, you guys can hear his collar. He's running around.
I know we were playing music before when we were getting dressed, and he was liking the selections.
Much better now. Thanks, MADCURLS. Okay, thank you for staying with us.
Right.
So, what's going on?
Let me see.
Who else like they're not like regular YouTube channels? Yeah.
We said that.
We call ourselves like busted. We're just a little busted over here. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
you think that we had the whole day to get ready and set up and all
Right.
that. Can't know these things until you go on.
Right? We didn't know. It was like a curl. There it is. It sounded like a good idea at the time. Let's see. So what's going on? Looks like we're on the move. Yeah.
Okay, so somebody, Jabrina, says she's liking the purple vibe on you, girl.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Somebody look back at thank you. I said this is our basically our only day to get cute when we go Friday Night
know,
Live.
right?
Other than that, I've been in sweatpants all week.
So Wanda said do more lives and vlogs. I know, I started watching other channels that were doing that. I think they've kind of like resorted to doing lives so that everybody knows that we're all in this together, as we all keep seeing and saying. So I thought about that. I said just maybe go on at some point. We don't know exactly the time, like other than Friday night, but just during the day, because like we're all home doing what? Nothing. So I figured like maybe one day when we're going home, just putting on makeup for whatever reason, just before we film or something.
You were like, let's go live and like put on makeup or something, do something different.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, we can totally do that. Yeah.
You gotta like still kind of like fix yourself up during this point.
So has anyone been, since I just saw you stirring your smoothie, and I kind of want mine now, like sucked into like these Facebook ads? You have to like the extreme. Like you keep seeing cute things on Facebook, like Facebook ads, and you're getting them. So her latest purchase is the Blend Jet. Has anybody seen the Blend Jet? The little portable blender. So she's like, Tay, like, I bought you a blend jet. I'm like, Ma.
Now, did you chop up the fruit the way I told you? You didn't put great big hunks in, did you? We'll find out.
Okay, so you're supposed to, so in here is pineapple, is mango, peaches. There is frozen yogurt and pineapple juice. So I'm supposed to just press this button here.
And it's turn into this because I still am using the NutriBullet because mine didn't come in the mail. My little one yet.
I haven't used it yet, so we're all about to see together. All right, are you ready? They make it look so good on the ad.
They do.
All right.
And here we go, like Lucy said.
Girl.
Okay. Did you charge it? Did you charge it enough?
Okay, it's spinning.
Oh, they said when it does that, you fill it to the top too much.
Girl, you didn't tell me that.
Okay, all right. You filled it to the top. They said when it blinks blue and red, they said that you filled it too high. It cannot go all the way to the top like that, so you've got to like fill it like about there-ish.
Actually, said bust.
Yeah, I think you filled it too high. Yeah, I know that's because when I was like troubleshooting, they said when this happens, then this is why it's happening.
Girl, really?
Yes. So just go in there, take out a few pieces of fruit. It's not that complicated, and then you put the stuff back in, and then try it again.
Okay.
Because it is fully charged, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I take stuff out.
you have to take a little bit. Yeah, you can't fill it all the way to the top like that.
Girl,
It's too much because I didn't know.
Okay, guys,
I didn't think.
pull, please.
I also forgot to tell you that when you first get it, you have to put like a little bit of soap and they said in water and kind of like wash it like one time like that.
I did do that.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you definitely don't fill it to the top like that. Okay. Don't panic. Everything's gonna be okay. I don't know why you can't fill it all the way, Aaliyah. I have no idea, but that's what they said. And they kind of like troubleshooted it before it got here. I started reading like if this happens, this is why. If it blinks blue, if it blinks blue and red, and so I was just like reading. So I just had that knowledge. I just retained that. Not knowing, not even like really even thinking to even tell you when I saw you filling yours up, like, don't do that. So I don't know why. Maybe it needs room because it is kind of small and portable. It needs room to spin, maybe. I don't know.
We're going to have like no fruit in here.
Thank you, Ashley. Ashley said my curl definition is on point today. And it's so funny that you should say that because in the car today, I was just like, I'm not going to do it. I said to Tay. I said, I'm not going to do it because, you know, we're all natural. We have to all embrace our curl definition and all of that. I said, but in my opinion, it's just a little too defined. I said, I only wish, like when I used to get the highlights for that first week or two, it would kind of like loosen up the curl pattern. And I liked that loosened thing. I said, it almost makes me want to run a relaxer through it just real quick. But Taylor's like, Ma, don't you do, I'll throw you off the channel. I'm like, I'm not going to run a relaxer through my hair. But it's almost like I want to loosen it up a little bit. It is super, super, super curly. My hair has a very strong curl pattern. You still no?
No.
No?
Girl, what
Did you charge it? Did you charge it enough?
No.
I think maybe you charged, I don't know, did you charge it enough?
Oh, yeah.
Guys, it's still not working.
Girl, there's nothing in it now and it's not even going.
I don't know.
Girl. Okay.
Maybe it's so much in there. Maybe it got into the mechanisms or something.
All right. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. All right, this is a mess. I'll figure this out.
We'll figure this out, but not tonight.
Yeah.
Just throw it into the what'd you say?
How much you paid for that?
Spencer's over here worrying about my wallet. He wants to know how much I paid for it. Let me see. It was $39 and 15% off.
You paid $40 for that plus 50% off?
And 50%, 15.
There was nothing even in it and the thing wouldn't spin.
Mhm.
Okay. Wow.
Probably broke it.
I didn't break it.
Your hard on
In the
thing.
first place.
That's why they're just like giving them away.
All right, so that's one of the things I got suckered into. And so what else then? Of course, we all know about my squat machine.
Mhm.
That was last week's conversation. And then Spencer, don't try to act like you're high and mighty over there because I thought about getting the equipment that they have at the gym. Those
bars?
those rubber pulley things or whatever,
Oh, like elastic band? It's like a band?
something like that.
You mean
Okay.
exercise that actually works.
Exercise.
Like your
Yeah, it's like
weird blender.
yeah. Yeah, I said, Spencer, I'm not buying another thing. You're gonna go in half with me with that. But all right, I heard something the most bizarre thing last night, and I hope it's not offensive to anyone. I'm gonna say it as delicately as I can. And Taylor's like, Ma, you can't just say. I'm like, I'm not. I said because everybody does things for a reason. I heard last night that anybody that's worrying about their bodies during this time, like I got the squat machine, and I'm thinking about getting like the pulleys to keep working out because we did work out at the gym, not diligently. Like we were kind of like trying to get into the habit of it. You guys know my mobility issues and all of that. So, but they were like, if you do that, you are like fat shaming. Like what was the word that they said?
Fat phobic.
You're fat phobic. Yeah, like if you work out during this time, you are considered fat phobic. And I'm like, that could be the furthest thing from my mind. Like, I was doing it number one for my mobility, so I can keep on with my mobility. Going to the gym and being able to hold on to the rails of the treadmill helped me walk better. Now that I can't go to the gym anymore, it's just not an option for me to walk up and down the streets because I'm so off balance. So I have to hold on to something and say like a cane or something like that. I can't like walk fast enough with that. So I still have to try to do other things to strengthen my legs. So I found some workouts for MS in particular to strengthen your legs, like kind of like during this time or any time. But I found it like, oh, okay, I didn't know that there was specific exercises for strengthening legs for like MS, because it's different way that they kind of show you to do it. So, but they're like, if you do that, like you're fat phobic. Like, that's the last thing you should be thinking about during a pandemic.
That's what I said. I said that's a reach. That's a bit of a reach. Like really, like wow, okay.
They're like, you know, that's the last thing you should be thinking about during a pandemic is working out. You know, if you come out of this like with your life, you're lucky. Like, why are you worried about your weight? Like, why not? Because if I come out of this, I hope I will be able to walk. I hope that I don't put on weight during this time. Then I couldn't walk after this because now I've packed on more weight and it's going to make it even more difficult for me to be mobile. So,
Carol Smith, I don't know what they meant. Like, she's like, so you mean that we should not exercise? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. And then some people are like posting exercise videos, which are helpful, like, because sometimes people don't even know where to start. So they just follow what somebody else is doing.
Yeah, they're like, diet culture has like hijacked this already. They're like, people that diet, like the diet culture is always involved in something. And no matter what your size, you should be proud and all that. And that's all fine, well and good. And that's fine. But just because I want to do something for my health, I'm not fat phobic. That makes no sense to me. And I thought, wow, can I even discuss it tonight on live, like without offending? Like, people get offended about everything.
People seem to mind their own business.
They really do.
Seriously.
Yeah, and stop with this of the spirit of offense. It's the bait of Satan, I say.
Have we talked about our hair yet?
I don't think so.
What's in our hair? And I know that was the topic of conversation in our latest video. I was like, Ma, every comment is about your hair. Like, people are loving your hair. Your hair is growing. Someone said like, what did they say, like weeds? But I think it was definitely a compliment. Like, it's just growing.
I know, you're like, do I matter? Because you were going through the commentary when you put the video out.
I'm like, do I not exist? Am I ugly?
Right,
do I not matter? Like,
I
was like totally kidding.
Yeah.
I was like, Ma, every comment is about your hair. I'm like, no, it does look really good. It does look really, really good.
I swear it's the Afro-G that turned it around and it got healthier. The breakage stopped, and now my hair just grows as it did. If you watch the 2017 into the 2018 year, it just grew very rapidly. It stopped last year on a dime because it was so damaged. So my hair did not grow, and I was losing hair last year because of the damage. But this year, now that it's back healthy again, it just grows like it always has. So that's one thing to be glad about, like Pollyanna would say.
But you said like you feel like your hair is like sometimes it's curly or sometimes it's not. I said I think it's definitely products. Like, I know what products make my curls tighter, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the one and done video or the other video we're gonna put out next, where I said some products make my curls tighter and shorter, and other products like elongate my hair, and those are the products that I tend to go for, the ones that like stretch my hair more. And when we're product testing to do like reviews and stuff, and I noticed, I'm like, okay, so this one is gonna be one of those wash and goes that my hair is gonna be tighter. I don't really like that, but even though it might be a good wash and go, but like at this point in time, the way my hair is set up, I need stuff that like stretches it down, not shrinks it up, because I still have these.
I think no matter what I put in my hair, it's a very curly, distinct curl pattern, and nothing can really break that pattern. Even if I try to take the blow dryer and put it on medium and kind of like stretch it, it'll stretch from here. This part will get with no curl pattern on the top of it, but the rest of it, all the curls just come on down with the stretching. So I just cannot break that curl pattern like that. So that's, I guess, when they say you have to embrace your texture. But what I have in my hair tonight is,
someone said, so Afro-G really works?
Afro-G really works. I have used Afro-G for years. And before I go on, because I always get off on tangents, I saw God's Child said, I love LoriAnne's hair. I'm going to try and cut my hair like that. Oh, okay, thanks. But yeah, for years I've used it. It's always been my go-to, whether my hair was relaxed or not. That was my go-to. And definitely now that my hair is natural, I've been doing it 4 years. And I kind of like do it consistently every 6 weeks. When you get the one that you have to kind of like bake in with the dryer. The one that I have now is the one like for every 3 weeks. It's a little bit more, I think, accessible or easier to do. The other one, all that baking in your hair, that product and making it like hard as a rock and all that, that was very time consuming, though I felt like it was a better version of Afro-G, but I'm finding out that it's not, because I've been using the very easy one that they're both 2-part systems, so I don't want to say 2 parts, but the one that comes like in a box, you know, there's a little white one on one side, a little pink one on the other side, and the protein first, and then you wait 5 minutes, and then you rinse it out and put in the pH balance shampoo or something. So that's what I've been using. I didn't have faith in that one at all. I talked about that quite a few times on this channel. Like, I didn't trust that one, but I had no choice because I wasn't going to the store to buy the one that I really wanted. I had that in the house from when we got it from New York Fashion Week, so we have that. And I've been doing it, now I've done it twice. Have I done it now?
I think twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every 6 weeks, like 3 to 4 weeks on a Saturday I've been doing it. So, yep, and I think that it's really, it stopped the shedding on a dime, as it's known to do, and it only gets better each time I use it.
I just saw somebody say that their best wash and go was with Diva, but they're scared to use it. You mentioned the other day wanting to use...
Today, actually.
Oh, was it today? Yeah,
yeah.
The Diva stretch cream. You said it a few times. And
I did.
Yeah.
Did. Yeah, I did, because after all the hype, and I'm not denying that it was true, because it was just, I don't believe in coincidence.
Yeah.
And people had proof of it.
People had pictures.
However, when we used it, we never had any problem with it. So, like, I didn't throw the stuff away. It's still upstairs in my closet. And I'm like, I might have to use Diva Stretch, because it did definitely give some length, so much so that I think I had just cut my hair and I wanted to look short. And by the time I used that product, when we did the video, my hair was, it had length again. And so I think in the video I say, I didn't like the product only because it gave me length, and I said, but that's what it was designed to do. I said, so I personally don't go by me. I said, I don't like it because it gave me length, but that's what it was called, stretch cream, and it was supposed to stretch out your curls, and it did. So, but I had just got my hair cut at that point in the video, so I didn't really want my hair to stretch out. But today I was like, maybe I should reach back for that one. But you know, it's personal, like, to each their own. Like, I noticed that people get very, very hyped about things, and then all of a sudden people are back using them. I was watching a few natural channels this week, and they were back using Echo. Remember, Echo was a great big deal. People were furious about, is it Echo, that gel?
Yeah, it had something in it that people were saying messed up your hair.
And I saw quite a few very popular YouTubers using it. I'm like, they're still using it. They didn't talk the rest of us out of it, but they're still using it. So, to each their own during this point.
Christina said, have you guys been rationing your products during quarantine? I went to Walgreens and got some African Pride on the buy two, get one sale.
Oh.
I'm going real affordable and keeping my higher ends on reserve. Is it the African Pride Moisture Miracle? I saw that in Walgreens the other day. I absolutely loved that line. At least the stylers, the leave-in and the curling cream, I absolutely loved. Best wash and go ever. But it broke my face out every time I used it, and so I can't, like, I don't use it anymore. But oh my gosh, so sad, because I love that wash and go.
I saw someone said, I'm scared, Letitia McGee said, I'm scared to use my Diva Curl stuff. I'm not scared to use the stuff that I have in the house, because I've used it before for videos and after, and I never had a problem. I would be afraid to maybe buy new products that are now on the shelves now, because maybe people that have had problems have been using, like, they had a huge turnover, but I don't really see how they could have, because they are on YouTube and they're probably hair channels, right? And so they would have they have a turnover the way we do with products. They don't probably, well, some people actually use Diva
that they used
constantly.
it for years. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, some of our products are old. Some of them like are new, and Diva would just send us stuff. So I don't know. But again, like we said in our video, like we haven't had any issues with Diva, but we're just presenting the issues that people have. That this is what the community is saying, but we never experienced any issues. But
Carol Smith said, but I think Eco was not as bad as Diva. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of have like an ear to the community when I hear about things like that. But if it doesn't, if I hadn't had a problem with it, because we do such a huge turnover and constantly reviewing, I don't really pay that close attention. I was never a huge fan of that gel, so when people had a problem with it, in my mind, I was like, thank God, like I didn't get attached to, is it Echo? What is it?
Eco.
All right, thank goodness I didn't get attached to it like that. But I don't know, every other week there's something, so. But yes, today I was gonna reach for the stretch cream, but not yet. Oh, thank you, Bernice. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Kia Lammy. That's who it was. We definitely, okay. We did, what video did we just do? The one,
the one with the favorite, the one
and
and
done's,
right?
and then we did another one that's coming out. That was your idea. They get the treats when they come to live, like with the next video.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
So she came up with this idea because we were looking for products for the one and done. And you were like, when you were in your closet, like getting the products for the one and done video, you were like, oh, I forgot about this. Oh, I forgot about this. And so you were like, let's do a video of the, oh, I forgot about like this kind of thing. So like we're bringing products that we loved at one point that we haven't used in a while, like back into the forefront, like, oh, I forgot about this. And one of the products was that orange marmalade.
Yes.
And you were calling people out in the video because we had quite a few products in there that were actually sent to us by subscribers. You were like, this person sent me this one sent me this one. And when we got to the orange marmalade, I really feel like we called her Cammy. And I see it's Kia Lammy, so we like meshed her name together. We apologize in advance because I was like, it's something Cammy.
Like, stop
or maybe
calling
it's
out people's names.
I'm like, unless you know for a fact, because you were like, this person sent it, right? And I'm like, Ma, please stop doing that because like a lot of subscribers send us stuff and says I can't always remember my name, especially since they've been being sent since 2018 and now we're in 2020. I'm like, unless you know for a fact somebody's name and you can say it right, I'm like, stop doing that. But all throughout the video, she wasn't listening to me. She's like, this person sent this and this person sent that. You're like, right? And
I was pretty sure about it. No, I definitely was sure. But have you guys ever gone through that experience that I went through this week looking for products for that one and done video? And then I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about this. And then I found Design Essentials. Oh my God, I forgot about this. And what a great wash and go I had. I found so many, oh my God, I forgot about this. Because we have huge containers. Even though we decluttered last summer, there's still so many products. And
the stash is like piling up again.
And there were so many, oh my gosh, I forgot about these, that I said, it's going to be a series now. I said, so we paraded around how many, I said, we found a way to wheel them back out.
Remember the wheelbarrow?
We found another way to wheel it out again. Oh my goodness.
Hi, Fly. It was me. Bye, TJ. So sweet. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
It has been a long time no see. Hi.
Yes.
Devin, give me some love and light. Thank you. It's great to see you again.
Aww. This is a blessing tonight.
Girl, on Good Friday.
Amen. Okay.
I saw some people talking about the new Main Choice line. What is it called? Definitely interesting packaging.
Really?
Definitely, it's like different type of packaging, and we keep being tagged in a post. But I finally went to the post, so I guess Courtney was asking what blogger should she send it to that have like high quality content or something, and I was just kind of like scrolling through the comments. Some of the comments were funny because some people were like, I don't have a lot of followers, but like I am like just like a regular person who buys your products and like I could showcase them, and she was like, I didn't say anything like about followers. I just said high quality content. Like if you can produce high quality content for me, you know, then you know, throw your name in the hat kind of thing. And because people were like, you know, we're tired of seeing vlogs, we want to see regular people. She was like, well, if y'all, you know, are regular and got high quality content, then come through. Like come through.
Yeah, what I have in my hair tonight is...
Oh, yes, right.
We got this in the mail the other day. I didn't even know they made anything new. This is Curlsmith in my hair tonight. So they have a new, kind of like a leave-in-ish weightless air dry cream. New products. Okay, from the blue line, I call it. What line was this?
This is a leave-in. Yeah, so this is their scalp care line. So a weightless air dry cream, because in their scalp care line they had those 3 products that they just dropped, like the cleansing part of it, and then they had a deep conditioner, and now these are some stylers.
And they all have hyaluronic acid in it, which I love, which is moisture.
Yeah.
In my skincare, I look for that ingredient, the hyaluronic acid. So both of these have that in there. So you put this in first, and then I put it in with this very light loose gel, and these are the results. So for all of you guys that are kind of like raving about that, yeah, that's what's in my hair. Yeah, it does look pretty good.
Your curls are sickening.
Yeah, they definitely are very intact here.
But what was real sickening was that Camille Rose foam.
Oh yes, here I have that.
You brought the foam too? Oh girl, you have products? Girl, I didn't know you brought products. Girl, okay.
Even though, remember last week, guys, that I said that I got 2 of these and I didn't remember ordering them. So this week I got an email from Camille Rose that said, could I please review the that restorative deep conditioner? And they showed the bottle, the little jar, and they said, from your recent order. And I said, oh my gosh, I knew I ordered that restorative conditioner. So I went back to the list, the receipt, and sure enough, by accident, I must have ordered 2 of these because it said 2. but then the restorative conditioner was on there. I thought by accident they gave me 2 of these, and no, that everything was on there and everything was paid for. So I emailed them and I haven't heard back from them yet. But it's during the pandemic and no one's probably.
You have a Mary Poppins bag of goodies.
I know, it's getting deeper and deeper. So I don't know when I'll hear from them, but
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, this is it right here. I had in which video the other day?
Both of them.
Yeah, both
the
videos.
one and done, and then the oh my
Okay.
gosh, I forgot about that
Yeah.
video. It's in
Yeah,
both
that
of
was in
them.
my hair. So I loved it. And then I finally understood what a mousse and a foam was, the difference. I think we discussed that maybe in the video too.
Yeah.
Like mousse is kind of like whirled up, kind of like fluffier, and the foam is this is a foam right here.
That's a foam.
For all those that come, a treat. It's called a treat tonight.
Oh, you gonna pump it
I'm
out,
gonna show
girl?
you. Yeah, so this is a foam. All right, see how the foam kind of like goes. Let me see, how can I show that?
Girl, the light is like right on
I know
it.
the light is like right on that. All right, foam is like it gets watery.
Yeah, it gets
Okay.
watery. and,
Whereas
like,
a mousse keeps expanding.
It like expands.
So I
when you
always
put it
thought
in your hair.
mousse, foam were interchangeable, whatever. No, a foam is this wateriness, and that comes out kind of like in a clump, but then it kind of like evaporates quickly.
Yeah.
And a mousse is kind of like that fluffy, meringue kind of consistency.
D. Wallace, that is, I just saw someone say that's too hard of a decision. Yeah, it is. She's asked if we had to choose between Alikay and Nature's Little Secret, which would you choose? Because they're both really great lines, and I really like products from both lines. Like in Nature's Little Secret, the flaxseed curly custard is really my go-to. I keep saying that go-to? I don't know, it's in between Curl Mix and Nature's Little Secret, but tonight it's Nature's Little Secret in my hair. I keep alternating, and I love the Nature's Little Secret flaxseed curly custard. It's really like doing it for me right now with my hair, and I absolutely love the product. But Alikay Naturals, I love their lemongrass leave-in conditioner. I love their creme brulee. I love their avocado cream. Like, they're both really great lines.
I think we have the series. We do have the series. If I had to
If
choose,
we had to choose,
and in that we always go to you guys on Instagram, or however means you relay the information to us to pick which two. We said don't do like a complete line or complete brands.
Yeah, we couldn't do brand for brand. It was too hard.
Yeah.
It was too hard because, like, I don't think I could pick one brand over another brand because, like, there's certain pieces now. There might be a product I like more from one brand than another brand. Like, I like this brand's gel more than this brand's gel, but that doesn't mean I like this brand more than this brand as a whole.
Because these brands are too big. The lines are too big.
Exactly.
So
the
someone
brands
could
are too
say,
big.
LoriAnne, do you like Camille Rose's foam, or do you like Alikay's foam? Compare those two. But you can't say, do you like Camille Rose or Alikay better? You can't do that because there's just too many things that I pick and choose from each line. So it has to be something specific like that. And that's how we do those videos.
Taylor, have you still been toning your highlights with that shampoo? Yes, I have. I actually did it the other day. I didn't do the whole system, the shampoo, the conditioner, and the mask. I just did the mask for like 2 to 3 minutes in the shower and just to kind of tone it again. But you guys see like my hair is kind of like heading on to the darker side again. Someone said we're giving them real like 2017, 2018 MADCURLS vibes with like with the dark hair. And I think that's what we're going for.
We sure are.
Yeah, because 2019 wasn't that
brassy
great.
Highlights, yeah. My hair like hay. Where was it at? I saw that question.
D-Ball said, I've heard Nature's Little Secret expires within a year. Is that true? So most of these products, a lot of products have like the little thing on it that has the expiration, like 12M or something. We might have spoken about it in the video.
That's coming up. Product.
Yeah, we don't really look at expiration dates. We don't. We go by like the texture, whether it smells, how it behaves in our hair, because we have a lot of products still that are like years old that still work. But if like stuff starts smelling funny or like feeling and looking different, then like we toss it. It's like, okay, this is old, this is expired. But if it still smells fine, it works fine, it looks fine, we don't toss it out even if it's past its expiration date.
And I've learned over the years that when I didn't have the channel, I was like using my hands and dipping in things. Now that we have the channel and I know I'm not going to use things that frequently, I actually will get a scoop. So no longer will I use, for instance, my Curl Junkies Curl Rehab. It's in a jar. You open it up for a deep conditioner, or anybody's line deep conditioners, whether it be Alikay, the avocado one, or anybody's Nature's Little Secret, that the one that smells like baby powder to me, that goat milk one.
Oh, the goat milk, yeah.
I never put my hands in anything, I always use a scoop to scoop it out, because I feel like once water hits it, that's what starts making the bacteria get into it and the funny smells, and then it loses the certain consistency. If it's thick, it starts getting thin. And so if you can, use just a spoon or something to scoop this stuff out. Don't use your hands, because I think it lasts longer. And I've had things 10 years. I've even reached back for things for 10 years, and I wasn't sure of it. So I got another thing from Curl Junkie. Opened both of them, same consistency, same smell, same results, everything. 10 years was one, and brand new was the other one. Identical, because it was one that I kind of squeezed out it was like a bottle like this. Never hit the air, nothing.
Yeah.
And 10 years later, it was still going strong for me. So just don't let water hit it.
Hi, Xavier.
Oh.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you.
Here. Marcia said, do you guys get single strand knots, and how do you deal with them?
Is that like fairy knots?
Yes.
I start getting fairy knots when my hair is protein overload, when I've used way too much protein, or when I need to trim my ends. I'll get fairy knots. So when I start getting a lot of fairy knots, it's time for trim, like just a little snip of the ends.
I watched Jujubee the other day, Juliana Palencia, and she cut her hair. Everyone's like cutting their hair during this time, and she said that that's what happens to her. Her hair starts tangling on itself, and that's when you know. And when my hair was a little bit longer, I didn't quite know that that's what happens when you need to have a trim. I keep my hair so trimmed now all the time. I'm forever doing dusting of my hair, so I really don't get those anymore. But it's really, to me, it means that you need to trim the ends of your hair.
There was another one I saw. Sarah said she can't get Camille Rose fresh curls to work. Has anybody been able to get Camille Rose fresh curls to work? You're not a huge fan.
You tried to talk me into that the other day. You said I should put a leave-in under this, and I said no, I was going to do it as a direction, say just do this as a one and done, and so I did. But I'm like, at the time, and I say it in the video, I'm like, I can't even think of a leave-in, forgetting Camille Rose had that whole little collection.
Does Camille Rose have leave-ins? And I'm like, they have a lot of products that could be, you know, considered a leave-in.
Yeah, I do a blank.
All the moisture loves, and I said fresh curls.
Right, and then all the cute little bottles. Remember the honey leave-in?
Yes.
And the tea one that was the oil, and then the latte one. But fresh curls you brought up, and I'm like, I don't like fresh curls. And I think in one of our positive videos that was in it, and then maybe in another video I said it was falsely accused. Though I might have like cleaned it up, I never really reached for it. I just don't reach for fresh curls.
Also with my single strand knots that I was getting when I had protein overload, I was really detangling my hair, like going through it seriously with like a fine tooth comb. What do we call them? The rat tooth? The rat tail combs. I have the rat tail, and they have the microscopic little like comb on the end. I was going through my hair like that fine, making sure my hair was completely detangled when I had a fairy knot issue, when my hair was protein overload. Like I really made sure my hair was detangled, because if there's knots, if there's little knots, they turn like into bigger knots and like a mess. So I was going through it with a fine tooth comb literally when I was detangling. Sectioning, detangling took a long time when I had single strand knots as an issue. And it was worth it, because if I didn't take my time detangling, then, you know, I might still have gotten little fairy knots, but maybe not as many. It was like an issue at the time. Hi, Curly Top Morgan.
So who's new in the room?
there are a lot of Sarahs in the room. I guess we have to start putting last names.
Real Sarah, please stand up.
Real Sarah, please stand up. What kind of music do you guys listen to when you get dressed? We were talking about that today. Like, what kind of like music do we get like hype when you're going somewhere, you're just kind of getting dressed? Like, our music, like before we go live, like we kind of have to like get like hype and in the mood to kind of go live, get our energy up. And
here goes Lori teasing time.
And LoriAnne's favorite song, one of her favorite songs is Grills by Nelly. You all remember Grills? That's a throwback. You guys remember Grills?
And then you're like, Ma, you said it's only one grill, because I think one of the lyrics in the line was, what's that lyric that goes, buy me some grill, buy me a grill or whatever, and I always say grills. You're like, Ma, it's not more than one grill. I'm like, for me it is. I said, you know, I buy things in bulk. I said, so if I could go to the jewelry store and
no, I think that part it's grills, but there's one line, I can't think of it now, but it was a singular grill or something.
And I said, no, I always buy things in bulk, so most likely I'd be getting.
Yeah, maybe it was like the girl saying it to him or something. Like she was like, buy me a grill or something like that, and you were like, some grills, and I'm like, Ma, she didn't say grills. I'm like, she says grill, like a singular grill.
hung up on like one. She's dying for me to say something wrong off the top. I'm like, no. I said I meant to say grills. I said because I want. Knowing me, I'd probably buy more than one set of grills.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm marrying you out right now. So Grills is on her playlist. Soldier by Destiny's Child is on her playlist.
I know. I love that. I love all the lyrics.
The Real Slim
Soldier.
Shady is on the playlist.
Yeah.
What else on the playlist? In the Club, 50 Cent is on the playlist.
Was it not explicit?
Not explicit, though, not explicit. Yeah, oh yeah, we always get the non-explicit ones. Non-explicit
Yeah.
ones.
And
But
and
I don't
then
know,
just
the
before
beat.
we went on, then I heard the Sugar Hill Gang.
Yes.
Rapper's Delight. Oh my God, the first rap ever, at least in my opinion, it was. So I knew all the lyrics. That was a throwback.
That song is a bop, though. I like the beat, the Sugar Hill Gang.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I love the Sugar Hill Gang.
Was it no Snoop? You just like Snoop.
I
Do you
think
like Snoop's music?
I
though?
don't.
Do we have any? I don't think I have any.
Yeah, I don't know.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I don't know
music.
Snoop's music. I really don't. I don't like Snoop for his music. I like Snoop because I thought he was like good looking. I said ponytails and all. Okay, like I didn't know Snoop for his music. I just. What is he saying? I don't
Snoop's
know.
hair is laid.
I know
Cool.
it is.
Pigtails.
So yeah, it wasn't for the music. My dad likes Snoop. Okay, Leslie Marie said, "Hey ladies, new subby. Quick question: what is your hair porosity?"
Hi. Mine is medium low porosity, and yours is
Medium high, is it?
yours is high porosity.
Okay,
High
high
porosity.
porosity. I think that's what I.
Even though we never go by porosity,
Mm-mm.
except for the trick about, I think with high porosity, your hair does better with cold water or
Yes.
something, and my hair will be hay if
Yeah.
I like try to rinse deep conditioners out with cold water.
Yeah, in the video this
doesn't
week,
work with my hair.
in the video this week that we did for Curl Mix, the fresh, the new fresh line,
Mhm.
and I say in the video that I put ice cubes in the spray bottle, even though I couldn't use the spray bottle because my hand just didn't have enough strength to spray that bottle this week. But Curl's Mix came in the comments and said, LoriAnne, where did you get that idea for the ice cubes? And I said, I don't know, like my best ideas come to me in the middle of the night. They really do. So one night I was like laying there, I'm thinking, if they say you should rinse your hair with cool water when you have high porosity, I said, then when I spray my hair, when I'm like on the camera, I said, I probably should have like cool water in the bottle. I'm always like filling it up with warm water. I'm like, maybe I should, to make sure it stays cool, I said, I'll put ice cubes in it. So that's why I came up with that cute little idea. And because it's supposed to add more shine, like closing the cuticle or something. So that's for high porosity, and I think that works for me.
Let's see, Alexis Johnson. Hello, everyone. I get to watch live today. Hi.
Traffic Control said LoriAnne has great taste in music. Thank you.
But that's just one playlist we have. Like, our music is really, it depends on what we're in the mood for. So tonight we were in the mood for like some of that type of music. Other times we'll listen to country music.
Mhm.
Like, we really like Carrie Underwood.
Love Carrie Underwood.
And like
yeah.
Tim McGraw, Kenny Rogers, R.I.P. I was so shocked that Kenny Rogers passed away. It was just like on like the time like, Kenny Rogers like passed away. I'm like, Kenny Rogers? Like, really? Like, like, I love Kenny Rogers. I liked his music. We grew up. Like, you had us listening to like the
totally.
Gambler, and
Yeah.
I really like Kenny Rogers.
Yeah,
and
because I was teaching you
I
one
was
time
like,
a
wow.
lesson. Don't fall in love with a dreamer when you're in 4th grade. And
Yeah.
like when girls start having little crushes on guys and everything. And so she had a guy that, to me, like as an adult, he had no prospects. He was only in 4th grade at the time, but in my mind, he didn't have any there then, and he still didn't. Okay, he was the one, guys, that I told you about that at her graduation from college. After a while, when little crushes, then he started turning into a bully. So he bullied her to the point where she really had like this thing called like school phobia or something, where she couldn't go to school. I had to get her like a psychiatrist and everything. I mean, it was a big deal. He was the biggest troublemaker and made my life a living, what back then. But anyway, then he showed up again. It was just the craziest, most unexpected thing at her college graduation when she became a teacher, like graduating in education because of him, because of the bullies, and how like the school was just like basically everybody sit down, everybody stop. Like teachers really weren't invested in kids that were being bullied back then. So she said she was going to be one of those teachers that was going to be invested in kids that were bullied and take it seriously. So the day that she was graduating to become a teacher, there was a
biggest bully was
troublemaker.
like standing there. It was like,
It was the oddest thing. I said, that's God. You texted me, you were in line, and you're like, Ma, you'll never guess who I saw. He was there, I guess, with some busted the house girl at the time, who's graduated, I suppose, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I said, that's God.
yeah, I was like,
said,
you'll never
"That's
guess.
God
I'm like,
right
you'll never
there."
guess, so I'll just tell you. I'm like,
Yeah.
down here, like, you'll never guess.
Yeah, that was very, very special, I thought. not him being there.
Xavier, yes, it was definitely like a full circle moment.
It was.
Yeah.
And I was saying all that to say what?
I don't know.
Don't fall in love with a dream or Kenny
Yeah.
Rogers. So I said at the time, the lyrics in that song, if you listen to the lyrics, it's like, bust the house, man. Like, don't fall in love with a dream. Where I'm like, because he'll always, I need to start pulling some of these lyrics, because I'm like quoting lyrics all night. I don't even know what I'm quoting. But at the time, that was a lesson. That was a lesson to be learned. Whenever we play it, I'm like, listen to these words, because this is true. You don't get hung up on
Is it like
looks.
because they'll always like pull you in, or
They'll always pull you in,
or something
yeah.
like that?
And just when you think
You've changed him,
Yeah.
he'll leave you again, or something like that.
yeah, right there.
Something like
All of that. All of that. I'm like, listen to these lyrics. These mean something, and take these with you through life. So, yeah, but he was the one. So he was very impactful in your life, so to speak. That guy.
Jaded NNCNC, do you both listen to the same stuff at the same time, or do you each jam to your own stuff? We definitely jam to our own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like when we're in the car, or we're getting dressed for live, when we're together, I try to put on music that I know we'll both enjoy. But
Right.
when we are like separate, like if we're at the gym and we both have our headphones in, we're
Oh,
not.
yeah,
We
completely
are
different.
completely
Yeah,
different
completely
type of
different.
music. Yeah.
But yeah, and when we're getting dressed, there are certain things that we do like. So,
Yeah. Like before, like when she came to the room, I think I was listening to Frozen, and I was like, okay, you probably want to enjoy Frozen. I was like, so let me change to something
well, that's what that
else.
was. It sounded very like musical. Like,
She always like, you didn't say anything to me, but sometimes you'll be like, is this show tunes?
I can't get motivated, to put on makeup or like look sickening or anything. Like listening to that Mary Poppins music. Like I can't do that.
Mandy, I stopped doing braid outs. Okay, so the reason I started doing braid outs, never did braid outs in my life. I just always did wash and goes, because wash and goes were just easier for me, and they work for like my my curl pattern, my curl texture, like whatever. Like whenever I do braid outs, I feel like they don't come out as like sickening as my wash and goes. I just love a wash and go. To me, it's easy. Slap the products in, let it dry, whatever. It's easy. I did braid outs because I had like a bang situation going, and it was just, they were at an awkward length, so I needed to stretch them down. So I would braid my hair to like pull, to stretch my bangs out. Now like they're going in and out of awkwardness, but I can do wash and goes. Like this is a wash and go today, and I use some products that like stretch my hair a little bit. But that was the only reason I was doing braid outs, was to elongate my hair at the time.
Interesting. Let me have Taylor read this aloud. Look at this interesting comment at 8:47 by Sarah Duggan. Why don't you read it for the crowd?
I wish I could get adopted by LoriAnne.
Thank you.
But I did get a comment on Instagram, somebody saying, could they adopt me?
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Oh, that. Brett
Doggy.
boy.
Dogginess.
Brett?
What's going on? What's wrong?
Ever since he turned 1, he's been
He's
barking.
been like doing these little bark things.
He
What's going
scared
on?
us half to death last night. He kept going to the door
Hold on.
and barking. And we don't know why. Like he was like frantic. His heart was racing. And then we'd like soothe him and like everything's okay. And then he'd get settled for a little bit, and all of a sudden he'd like perk up again. And they'd listen and he'd look, and then he'd like run to the door and start barking again. And we're like, what is going on here? And so we opened up the door, Tay opened up the door, and she went out to see, show him there's nothing out there. There was never anything out there. I don't know what it was, but he sensed something that we couldn't sense. And then we got Spencer, and we told him, and like we were all just kind of like looking at him, like the doggy knew something more than we all knew. I don't know what was going on outside, but he was spooked last night about something.
Here's a treat. Relax your nerves.
Gilmore Girls. I love Gilmore Girls.
We should watch that again.
Was it a
Was it a male Tay? Someone who asked if they could adopt me? It was definitely a woman. Or did I miss what that was for?
No, yeah, I think somebody wants to adopt. Yeah, see, Zanilla 2002 said, Laura, your hair looks so full and has grown a lot. It looks great. Yeah, guys, no, it really, I hope it keeps on doing this.
Oh, Angela said trolls are on. Cool.
Aww.
I can't wait for the new trolls to come out. I can't wait to see it.
Gilmore Girls. Remember we used to watch that? I have to find a good series to go through and have something to like look forward to watch. I like having something to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And that was good.
Nia said, A Fall from Grace was good. A Fall from Grace was different. It was definitely different.
That's the one that we just saw.
Yeah, the Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
A Fall from Grace was definitely different.
I don't know how well received it was because people found more criticism with that movie than anything. Like things that just kind of like went right over my head. I didn't even notice. But then I started seeing things on the Facebook timeline about how the continuity of the show, like for instance, like she would leave her room and put slippers on, and as she was tippy-toeing down the stairs, the slippers weren't on her feet anymore at the end of the stairs.
Yeah, or like one scene, she had a pocket on her nightgown, and then like the scene changed, and maybe she went from upstairs to downstairs, and like she didn't have a pocket on her dress anymore.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It was like little things.
Yeah. Do you ever do protective styles? I do not. Tay, do you?
No. Yeah, no. I don't think I've ever done a protective style. Yeah, I mean, what are protective styles like braids and twists and... Not really. I mean, I tried to do twists last summer a little bit, but they weren't that great.
Adalia, is it Yato? Said, TaylorAnne, you look so good in lavender.
Thank you. I felt like wearing kind of like a pastel color since it's
Easter
weekend.
I know. I'm not quite there yet, so I couldn't just wear just pink by itself. I had to still do a little covering up here.
FH Nurse Mom said, Jelani and I both watch and love Gilmore Girls and I Love Lucy. I know, I was so upset because I Love Lucy got taken off Amazon Prime, but it's on Hulu, so now I'm back watching I Love Lucy at night. I was like, yay, it's on Hulu, so.
Okay. Oh, somebody said their nails are the color of your top. Nia, is it Nia?
Cool beans.
If we mispronounce the word, just spell it phonetically and say, no, this is how you pronounce my name, because sometimes we don't pronounce them right. Oh, okay. Jabrina said my favorite is The Nanny. I kind of got into that for a time. I don't know. Maybe her voice kind of like threw me off. But yeah, no, she's pretty popular, right?
The Nanny.
The Nanny. Who's the one that plays that actress? Did she also play in Phantom of the Opera? For some reason, why do I always think of her, that woman that played in The Nanny? Oh wait, The Nanny. You're talking about the new Nanny, the new one that can really get those kids in line. I'm thinking of the show way back in the day with that woman that had kind of like that voice. I love the new Nanny. She had like that English accent. The other one might have had an English accent, but it was just not...
Fran Drescher.
Fran, yes.
Drescher.
Yeah, didn't she play in Phantom of the Opera too? Why do I think she did?
I don't know who Fran Drescher is.
Somebody said, yeah.
What did she play in Phantom of the Opera?
She...
The main character? Emmy Rossum?
No, you know she didn't play Emmy Rossum.
I don't know who you're talking about.
All right. I Fran Drescher play in Phantom of the Opera. Where's my phone? So this is why I have all these devices out here, so I can be on one device and pull up my information. So because you're always trying to play me on here, and I'm not having any of that tonight.
Girl, I'm not trying to play you, girl. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who Fran Drescher
Somebody
is.
should know LoriAnne. Okay. So Fran Drescher didn't play in Phantom of the Opera. Well, let me see. I have to get these names.
People keep talking about Little Fires Everywhere. I have to try watching that. I keep hearing about that. There's so many shows to watch and so much time to watch them in.
Okay, so first of all, she's an American actress, okay? So but why did she have that voice? She had that voice.
She did have that voice.
Yeah, so... But I think I remember her from Cancer Schmancer. That's her, right? At least let me get something right. I think, isn't she Cancer Schmancer?
Well, I mean, is that a movie or a...
No, it's
a TV show? This shows her movies and TV shows.
No, Cancer Schmancer's not a... It's like a movement. It's like people that have cancer, like... Yep, there she is, like books. Cancer Schmancer. She wrote a book, Cancer Schmancer. Okay, so I knew her from that. And then, what else did I know her from? I could have sworn. Phantom of the Opera, but I guess not. No, I'm not confusing her with Anne Hathaway. No, Anne Hathaway wasn't in Phantom of the Opera. Who was the one that was in Phantom of the Opera? Not the one that had that beautiful voice. She, So, Jaded, is it Jaded NNC or something said, no, she doesn't have the acting chops for Phantom of the Opera. Okay. I have to see who played in Phantom of the Opera. To me, she just kind of reminded me of that.
I love Phantom of the Opera.
I know. I have to find out who played in that.
Okay. Are you all afraid to get your mail and packages from outside? I really don't think about it. You know, I kind of thought about it today. I was like, I'm really just walking down to the mailbox and just grabbing out the mail and bringing it inside. Like, I think about it, but like I don't. Are we supposed to wipe our packages down?
That's what they say. You are supposed to do that.
Okay. I mean, I wash my hands when I get inside, but I guess it doesn't matter if I go back over to the package and touch it again, right? I don't know.
Right. Well, you could touch it again, but then after you finish with the mail, put it to the side probably and do it again. I mean, it comes to a point. I don't know. By now, have we all kind of like been immune? I swear I'm seeing more and more of that if you were sick around the November, December time frame, which it's starting to, like it dawned on me this week. I didn't discuss it last week, did I, on here?
Mm-hmm.
That this week I started seeing that. And this house was running rampant with flu-like symptoms back in
January.
When you started that school, because they kind of like told you, oh, don't worry about it. All the brand new teachers get that because your systems aren't immune yet to what the kids bring in. But this year, January, every teacher fell to this flu.
Teachers were going out left and right. In one school, there was like 9 teachers out at one point, which was like outrageous, and the kids were sick, and it wasn't.
You were sick.
It wasn't the flu. Nobody really knew what it was. We were all kind of just getting sick and then recovering and then moving on. But it was like January, February, like everybody was just getting sick, and I'm like, dang, like we all. Like we've been off of winter break. We've been back at school. Like, why are we all still getting sick? And it went on for like 2 months.
Yeah. So Adam got very sick, very feverish, and had a terrible cough. And you know, as a mom, I don't care like how old my kids are, I still always hear them in the middle of the night. The moment they cough, like I wake up as if they were like babies. I could be in a deep sleep. I hear one of my kids cough. I'm up. I'm like, oh my God, are they okay? Are they okay? You know. So I kept hearing Adam during that time cough every single night, and he was burning up with fever. Spencer got very, very sick, and I remember specifically because he had to go to Army Reserves, and I felt so bad for him. Like I'm like, oh, kids, like take off, and he's like, nope, I can't. I have to this weekend. So I felt so bad. He was sick, and then you were burning up with fever, and you were sick, and it always kind of like reminds me like when you were a little girl in school, because you're like, am I hot? Am I hot? And I kept feeling your head. I'm like, yes, you're still very hot. So I remember the only thing that threw me this week was that I never got sick, and I'm like, if it's so contagious, why did I not get sick?
You have a super strong will, though. You refuse to get sick. Like, you say, like, I'm not getting sick, and you just don't. Even though, like, just because you have a strong will doesn't mean you're not going to get sick.
Right.
But, I don't know, that just seems to work for you. You're just like, I'm not getting sick, and you don't get sick no matter what.
Like, to me, it's a mindset. But for something like this, I would think, like, it would override all of that. But normally, on any normal year, any normal flu or sickness, I have always been in the midst of everybody being sick. I, for one, can't or don't. Like, I refuse to be sick. I think I watched Dr. Quinn years ago, and she said it was constitutional because she was a doctor, and she said that, you know, she can't fall to every illness that she heals and cures. So she said that she just kind of like refuses to get sick. And I thought that was very interesting. And I'm like, I think I'll adopt that philosophy. And it's worked for me. And so when you guys were all sick back in January, I never did. But to me, that would have overrode that because that was so contagious. So I don't know why I didn't get sick. And that's the only thing that makes me very reserved about saying definitively we've already been exposed to it around here because everybody had it.
Yeah.
But
Diasha P has it. She says, I'm a nurse who takes care of COVID patients. My symptoms started on Sunday. I got a call this morning letting me know I was tested positive for it. So how do you feel? Wow.
Yeah, how do you feel?
She was an essential worker. Definitely gonna be praying
because
for
I've been
you.
seeing
How do you
her.
feel?
I've been seeing her on Facebook. Like, she's been going out there working. I've been seeing that. So wow, I'm sorry to hear that. So what are your symptoms?
So Wisdom is better. So my sister is a nurse, and she was recently exposed. She has to self-isolate for 2 weeks.
Who said that?
Wisdom is better. Her sister has to self-isolate. So is it true that once you get it, you can't get it again, or?
So Alexis Johnson said, my mother-in-law just passed from COVID.
Wow.
And Tatiana Ragland said her father is in the emergency room due to COVID.
I mean, it's a serious thing. It's a serious thing. Like, people are getting sick, people are dying from it, and that's why I have no problem sitting in the house.
I don't.
I will sit in this house.
Almost wanted to let my guard down this week, thinking, well, it's already been through this house, because I swear like it has really run its course through this house, but I still cannot be sure that it has. But I feel like as much parading around as we have done, back and forth to the grocery store in the last couple of weeks. This week I didn't. This week I shut it on down. I'm like, I'm not going to any stores because they said this was going to be the worst week of all of this. Like this was like the pinnacle right here. This week and next week was going to be the worst, the worst that we've seen so far. So I personally was afraid to go out, so I didn't. But before that, we were going out to the grocery stores, Targets, Walmarts still. Taking as many precautions as we possibly could. Like when we get to the grocery store, if they had the Purell, we pump our hands and go on into the store, putting our hands on the cart, all that. I don't think I was extra careful the way I probably should have been. So that's why I'm still surprised that it really hasn't run rampant through this house again. And Spencer has definitely been going out daily to work still. And Adam goes out, restless bored, so he's found some hours to pick up someplace to work. So they're still going out and they're still coming in, and yet it's still not going around this house. So I swear it went around in January.
Yeah, Alexis Johnson says like they don't talk about the people that overcome it, right? Which is something I keep in mind. I'm like, you know, they're dropping the numbers of the people that are passing from it. I'm like, but there are people passing from it, but there are also people who are getting it and recovering. I feel like they should put that kind of like positivity on it too. There are people that are getting it and there are people that are recovering from it. DHP says my symptoms feel like a bad sinus infection. I have vertigo, fatigue, fevers, and breathing problems. What type of like medication are people taking for it? Are they just taking NyQuil and
bad sinus? Oh my gosh, that is the worst. I had a sinus infection one time. That was horrible. So
what's a sinus like? What is a sinus infection? I feel like
like
your nose? Is it like here?
I can't even describe it, but it was like worse than any sore throat I ever had or anything. To me, like, I don't know. They gave me, all I remember is getting that Z-Pack, and after that, I was like on the mend. But I remember writhing in pain just one night, just miserable with a sinus infection. And it seems like so mild, like a sinus infection, but no, it was dead serious stuff. It was rough. So, she said that the scariest part for me would be the breathing issues. That's what's making me scared to get something like that.
And we'll definitely be praying for the MADCURLS fam, people that are going through it, people that are losing people to it. It's a horrible thing.
Oh, Frida said one of her best friends passed last night.
Wow.
Yeah, there's like serious stories out here that people are dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I know for Connecticut, they pushed the kind of like stay at home thing now out until May 20th. I said to him, like, I feel like they're giving it to us like bit by bit. They don't want to just say you're going to be in your house for 5 months. They're kind of like telling it to us month by month, like, okay, you know, we're not ready yet, so we're just going to extend it another 30 days. And then those 30 days will pass. Like, no, we're not ready yet. We're just going to extend it another 30 days. So they're giving it to us like little by little, instead of just saying, you know, you all are going to be in the house for 5 months or whatever, however long it's going to be. But some people are like, oh my gosh, really? But I didn't think we were coming out at the end of April. I really didn't. Essence, yeah, that is one of the symptoms I've been hearing too. Loss of taste and smell.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine not being able to taste my food. Like, wow.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know. Like, I don't know if we know enough about it. Ania said, I got a pneumonia vaccine last year. I wonder if that would help me if I ever got COVID. I don't know.
Yeah. Have your schools closed indefinitely? We got an email today talking about May 20th, but I just feel like we're probably not going back. I think the teachers are probably set till the end of the year. I don't see us going back to the building this year. I really don't.
You just heard today, Tia, is it that your school is shut down for the rest of the year now? You just heard that today, or you like we've known that for a few weeks now, right?
Yeah, I mean, people are like, oh my gosh, really? Come on. I'm like. I was not shocked at all. I was like, I'd be shocked if we're out in May. Like, I'm really not saying, okay, you know, May's the new date. I don't think May 20th is the new date either. I think it's going to go on past that, to be honest.
Yeah, that Z-Pack, I remember that. That's what kind of like broke everything.
Yeah.
That Z-Pack.
But those people, those parents, those teachers who are distance learning. So I started this week on Monday. You know, I was assigned students to help with distance learning. I was assigned 15 students, and it's a lot. It kind of feels like on the teacher end of it, kind of like just a constant chase of, you know, for like, are you doing your assignments? Are you doing your assignments? And like some of these kids aren't doing their assignments. So I was assigned a lot of the kids who aren't doing their assignments. So I'm supposed to bring to their attention what assignments they are missing and kind of like help them figure out a schedule. So my main thing is with them, don't miss any more current assignments. Your main focus right now is all your current assignments. Stay up to date. I was like, and then we'll do little by little these extra assignments kind of as like homework. And so I'm kind of helping them work it out like that. But it's hard because some students were like, yep, okay, I did what you said. I finished this assignment. And then I will like double check with their classroom teacher. Okay, did they turn this in? And it's like, no, they haven't looked at the assignment in 7 days. And so it's just, it's kind of like a lot of that happening. They're just like not bothered. And, you know, the parents want help and it's just,
bye baby.
it's like there's only so much you can do. We're all just behind computer screens. You can't hold these kids' hands and say you need to do this assignment.
And you know how people
There's
get
not,
empowered behind a screen?
oh my gosh, some of these emails that some of the teachers are putting in the group chat, these kids are so bold and it's not cool at all. Behind
on the parent side is very challenging. I can imagine I couldn't even like handle homework. To me, you know, having 3 kids, actually like 2 at the time because Adam was like 8 years removed from them, but when they were in the thick of homework, when you really have to have hands-on parenting for homework, by the time you guys got to 6th grade, maybe a little bit, I kind of like backed away. My mindset changed that everything doesn't have to be perfect so much at all. So, and by the time Adam was like, Adam was always very, very self-motivated to do his homework. He didn't have like kind of like the hands-on the way you and Spencer did, because I was still going through that perfect mother phase where I wanted everything to be right, your grades to be perfect, all of that. And then I had to just kind of like let you guys sort it out for yourself. By the time 6th grade hit, I was just like, I am burned out. This is too much every night. It was just a battle. I just, she just reminded me of that.
And now it's homework and learning. So they're learning new material kind of by themselves and it's hard. And like just for math, for example, like they'll be assigned a worksheet, but it's math. So you can't do the worksheet on the computer because you have to do the math out. So they have to write the problems on a piece of paper, take a picture of the paper, email it to the teacher. It's so many extra steps. Like it's rough. In their classes, because this is middle school, they have periods. So it's like half-hour periods of time. So from like 9 to 9:30 will be, say, period 1. And then they have to kind of get that work done in that space and then head to period 2, like another class. So the work has to be about 30 minutes or else it's considered homework. And if they have homework for every single class, like they're just doing work after school is supposed to be out. And it's a lot.
Overwhelming. I think it's some people learn better. You have to be there. You have to be there in person. And that's why Spencer did take advantage of the staying at home with his job. Like he could have worked from his from home for his job, but he is motivated by actually getting up, getting dressed, and going in. And since nobody else is going in, like it works for him. And some people are like that. So I think with students, I think when they barely want to get to class when the schools are open and they have to go, and now to expect teenagers or like younger, like
preteens, kind of like 6th, 7th, 8th grade.
They barely want to do it when they were there. I think it is very, very challenging. You have got to be self-motivated.
Yeah.
And like I'm a person that is self-motivated. I went to like college, like online, and going to college online is they give you the textbook. They give you like 8 or 9 textbooks that you have to read in order to get the degree, and you have to read the whole textbook. Whereas when you're going to school and the teacher's teaching, they pick out the portions that are most important, and then they will teach that to you. But I didn't know what was important, what wasn't. I had to read 800 and 900 page textbooks because I didn't know what was important, and then I had to write reports about it. And so but I'm very motivated like that. To me, I loved that because I'm an introvert and I like to do my own thing and be off to myself. And so that worked for me. But being in school, I do not envy anybody that has children in school now doing that. That's difficult.
Faith Bland said, I thought they passed them to the next grade already because of the epidemic. Pretty much. I learned that on Thursday. Yesterday was our last day. Now this week coming up is spring break, and I can't imagine, like, kudos, like, bravo to all you teachers who already been in. I've been in for 1 week, and I'm almost burned out from just the first week of like the rat race, like chasing students down for assignments. But grades closed, and they said whatever their grade is stays. Now, if the grade went up, cool, but like grades can't go down. So there were a lot of kids who were missing a lot of assignments, and now those assignments are just a wash. Like you can't fail kids. Right now.
Think
so
it's such a,
I'm like, what's the incentive to do the work then? If like you can't fail, what's the incentive? Why do the work?
I don't know. I think that they would definitely have to adjust curriculums in the new year coming, because how can you take? I always think of you when we moved from Norwalk up to Monroe, and in Norwalk, you hadn't learned long division yet, and by the time we got to Monroe, they already taught the kids up here long division, and so you never learned long division until you got to college, and then you were trying to become a teacher, and you had to teach yourself long division in order to be able to teach kids one day. So you missed that gap right there. I think for the kids that left back in March, and you're not going until September, and then you're going to leave as a 4th grader, start as a 5th grader. What happened from March up until June? That you learn a lot. That's like 3 or 4 months that you're missing of school.
Well, they're supposed to be getting it online, so that's the thing. It might not affect their grade. They can't fail, but their learning, for their future learning, it's going to be affected. So you can sit up there and not do your math assignments if you don't want to, but you're not going to be able to do future math assignments because like math like builds upon itself. So if you don't learn this, then you can't do this. And so they're like, well, I can't fail. It's all they care about is their grade, whether they're going to fail, they're not going to fail, or whatever. Well, it's like, now I can't fail, so why do the work? It's like, because you still need to know how to do this. You're going to be sitting back in a classroom at some point, and you're going to have to know how to do this.
Yeah, and you're only doing their own self a disservice.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And I like that M. Branch said, she's like the parent that you want, like, so glad I work from home to guide my 9th grader through the Google Meets, Zoom, and other meetings for each class. Yeah, that's cool that you're doing that, because that you're taking the time. Who has to teach themselves some of this stuff to teach their kids? Because, like, you put your kids on the school bus and they go to school and they come home with homework, and you kind of like sort it out after school, but you're basically like, you know what you're doing? Oh, okay, okay, good. I was so glad when they knew what they were doing, but if they didn't, I'm like, all right, hand me the book. And then I started reading it and looking it over, and then the next day I'm at school, I'm like, I don't understand this at all. Tell the teacher, it's a lot of work. So to have that responsibility at home, and if you work outside of the house, and so now you guys are all there together, the kids are coming home with all that work, dumping that on you, that responsibility, and as a good parent, you want your child to pass. And to me, just passing wouldn't be good enough. Like, I'd want them to know the stuff. I wouldn't like be okay with, okay, they're gonna pass anyway, they're gonna be in 5th grade next year, I'm glad they'll make it. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I want them to learn this stuff.
I mean, it's definitely hard. I feel like if I was a student and this was going on right now, it would be challenging for me, because I'm definitely a in-classroom kind of person. I know for college, I never did online classes, even when it was offered. Like, if I saw a class that was a hybrid, it was half in class, half online, I never signed up for those classes, because I don't like the online learning. I like being able to be in person, see a PowerPoint, be able to take notes and write stuff down, and I need to hear the talking, I need to see it visually, I need the whole experience to be able to learn. And so this is rough.
Like Adam being home, they said to college parents, they said, do not think that they're home basically like at your beck and call. Like, do not have them doing chores. They said walking the dog. They said any of that stuff. They said they're not there. They said because they would normally be in school during these times. Adam would get up early in the morning at 6 o'clock and he'd leave, and I wouldn't see Adam till 9 or 10 at night. So that was well ensconced in my brain that Adam was not available to me. He wasn't available to walk doggy. He wasn't available to do anything. However, Adam's very available to be sleeping these days. Okay, I have never seen so much sleeping. I haven't seen one book open. I haven't seen him on any computer flipping open the lid.
But if you ask him, he'll say, yes, he's doing the work, which is what these kids are telling their parents. It's like, yes, I'm doing the work, and they're missing 15 assignments. And like, you ask Adam, are you doing the work? And he says, yes. And you're like, okay, you're doing your work. And that's basically how it is. And so it's like, no, they're not doing the work. Actually, they have not done the work.
Yeah, I'm wondering, because this is the year that Adam would graduate from junior college. The kids always start off in junior college, and then they go to a 4-year. That way it keeps down the expense. You go the first 2 years, because all the colleges, no matter whether it's 2 years or 4 years, you're still getting that liberal arts the first 2 years. So, you do it at a junior college. So he'll be graduating this year, junior college, but I'm like, Adam, you're taking this seriously, right? I'm like, because you paid for your classes, you're supposed to graduate this year. I said, are you going to be wearing a cap and a gown, though there's no graduation? I mean, what is the incentive? How do they know if they can graduate?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any computer lids open, no lights on, no writing, no notes, nothing. So I'm concerned.
Yeah. No, this is rough. I know I think the superintendent wrote an email, and he was like, this is it's challenging for everybody. Like, nothing like this has ever happened since its inception. Like, since school existed,
Really?
Nothing like this has ever happened. So this is on this, maybe even on this scale, maybe it's happened, but not this scale. This is a huge scale. This is a lot. And I think it's hard on everybody, which is the first thing I say.
World, period. Like, not even just schools, but I think in the world, period.
Yeah.
Nothing like this there's nothing to compare it to.
Yeah, which is kind of like the first thing I say to the students and to the parents when I'm talking to them. I'm like, you know, everybody needs to cut everybody a break. Teachers, students, teachers, parents, kid, like everybody needs to cut everybody a break. I'm like, because everybody's just kind of learning on their feet right now.
Yes.
Everybody's learning on their feet.
Yeah, there's
how
no
to do this
guidebook to this at all.
Yeah. Thank you, Atia. Friday night's the only kind of night I can be cute.
Yeah, so Michaela said, I think when a child doesn't perform well, people are quick to blame the teacher, but as a student, you'd be surprised how many of my classmates in high school wouldn't do their work. They'd be shocked they were failing. Yeah, yeah, it's true. You know, you have to keep it in perspective. Because it depends, the older you get in school, some of this stuff has to fall on the responsibility of the student. I think early on when kids don't understand about how to learn and all that, you kind of have to like hold the teacher a little responsible for that. When you're into kindergarten, first grade, second grade, but they come up to speed very quick, these kids. You know, they really do. But by the time you get to high school, like when do they ever take on that responsibility? You know?
Yeah. I know there are things where like, you know, assignments can be late or whatever, and there was like one email that a parent was like, I saw the student do it. I saw him, he was sitting there Monday, he did it, I saw him complete it, but he didn't turn it in on time. You were supposed to do it and then hand it in so the teacher can see it. And she was like, I can vouch for him that he did it, that he turned it in on time, but I guess he ended up turning it in like 2 days later. And the teacher was like, that's all I can go by is like the day he turns it in, not that you saw him, you know, do it on Monday. There's just like a lot of like just fugazi.
But once they learn
going
that
around,
they're passing no matter what is the incentive?
Which I said, I was like, so today is the day they realize that they're passing.
Yeah, because the end of the quarter grades, right? The grades are in, so.
I'm already thinking of like my pep talk for when we come back, like, okay, you have a clean slate now. Don't miss any assignments. Don't worry about what happened, you know, last quarter, brand new quarter. Let's keep up to speed. Now it's all over. You don't have to worry about nothing else, nothing missed. That's all a wash. Just start from here and don't mess up. Like, just don't miss any assignments. Keep up the best you can. And
also, Felicia said she had Jelani on a hybrid. But Jelani, I can't speak for everybody's kids because I don't know them, and I don't know Jelani personally, only through what I see on Facebook. But she seems awfully bright anyway for her age, so she's somebody that you can work with, I think. Definitely that kind. She reminds me a lot of a cousin that I had one time that was just very self-motivated, just always so much more mature than everybody else around her age. And perhaps it's because of what she goes through, like with her illness and stuff. So it just makes her wiser and more astute. So she, to me, would not be a problem during a time like this. Like, she does the right thing. Like I always used to say to Spencer, you always do the right thing. She seems like the kind of child that always does the right thing. So she would probably be a joy at a time like this. But then there's some that would just like, you know, really, I don't know who would have a quicker nervous breakdown, him or me. Like Adam or me. Like, you know, I'm just hoping for the best.
Jeressa Coleman, so my district is now doing the meals as well. So I think most districts are. They have a time where you can like sign your kids up, and you can pick up breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I believe, for them, or lunch, breakfast and lunch, or whatever. We do have a meal thing going in our district now too. We didn't at first, and now we do. So
wisdom is better. You were singing my song. Should I know one thing? I want to see some kind of stimulus check, guys. Me and that stimulus check. I'm obsessed with the stimulus check. Okay, I'm gonna
which
find
a lot of people are.
One way or another, I'm gonna get me a stimulus check. Okay, out of this deal, and so I just expect it to come to mail. And so I heard that. I thought that you could file taxes whether or not you worked. Jay told me I couldn't because I never worked. He said, you can't file taxes. I'm like, oh, yes, I can. He's like, no, you can't. You don't bring in any income. And so I'm like, why couldn't I file taxes? I thought that there's going to be a special portal. Okay, they said at the IRS that you can put your name down, okay, because the way it worked out, I know I never filed taxes by myself. I filed them, Jay always filed them as a married couple. We always file, so I call them out. I'm like, if you get double the money, I said, you know, half of that would be mine, right? So you can just like run me my money, okay? Drop it in the mail, and all right. So I don't know. It got kind of like ugly last week, but I don't know. So I guess income tax is for income, right? Incoming money. Like, I don't know, but I thought that you could file it. They said you don't have to make money. They said there's a huge population out there that does not earn income, but yet they can still file taxes.
Run me my coins.
Right? You don't, like, there's like a certain population. They said those that might be retired, maybe not on disability or Social Security, but yet, so there's a certain population that has to be accounted for because those are the ones that need it the most.
Mhm.
So I could have sworn that they said you can file your taxes because you just want to get on, as I call it, the scroll, the list. You want them to know that, hello, I'm out here, okay? And I don't know how that's going to run down. Like, does anybody know that? Taylor does Wisdom is Better.
Yes. Oh, the 10. Yeah.
Yeah, because remember the channel started out as Taylor's channel.
Yeah.
So everything goes through you. When I came on, it was too hard to switch the whole thing like over again. So
yeah, I mean,
there's
only one space for like one Social Security number, like whatever. So everything is in my name.
Yeah, with mother and daughter. So we never thought that was a problem. Like, but until like now, I'm like, wait, I'm not out there, with anything listed under anything. And so, but I still felt like, yeah, that I'm one of the Americans that fall into that category where you're not accounted for. But they said there was a portal that's going to be set up that you would be accounted for. So I don't know.
I need to go get a sweatshirt. I am like freezing down here.
Okay, go on, baby.
Okay. I've been cute long enough. I'm like frozen. I'm so cold.
So our curls and curls said that's right, LoriAnne. So what's right that I can file whether or not I bring income in? Like I can still get on the list. They said they work it off of last year's taxes. And I've never filed taxes before. Last year, Jay decided to be spiteful and file by himself, which made no sense. It made absolutely no sense. He's married. Like, take advantage of the fact that you're still legally married. But no, he was so afraid, I guess I would try to get some money from him from that. So he did it. So now this year, now it's a mess. Because my name wasn't on anything last year. This year, he said I couldn't file for it. So I don't know. How really does that work? That population of seniors and those on disability. Right, because if you're on Social Security, they said you'll automatically get it. But disability, you're not.
They said they have YouTube videos about it.
Oh, they do? Okay.
So if you have no income, you can file a simple tax return for the stimulus.
That's what they said. That's what I said. Okay. Yes, it does, Ms. Dills, under Taylor's.
Yeah, it's under my name though, under my Social Security number.
The scroll, right? I think I got it from a song my grandmother used to sing when she was in church. She was with her tambourine, and she said she was going to be ready when Jesus comes. Like, write my name on the scroll. I've been saved since the Lord done lifted me, and I'll be ready. Ready when Jesus comes. Okay, but it was like, write your name on the scroll. So I said, I wanted my name on the scroll, okay, because I wanted my check. All right.
I can't. Oh, Curlsmith vitamins. Yes, we absolutely are. We are still taking them. Yes, we are still taking them. They are still amazing.
And so I offset that, Jaded NC, last week. I said, when you get it, it's not a windfall. I said, it's half of it is mine because we were married. So just understand that. And no, he understood that. He was kind about it. He said that, he would forward it.
Because he wouldn't be married. He wasn't married to you.
Right.
Like.
So I said he would forward it to me. I said, be fair about this. I said, we're all going through this. It's not time to be ugly.
Who's it saying?
Right. Definitely not time to be ugly. We're all going through this pandemic. So, get over hurt feelings. Everybody being mad. Like, we're all, just taking it one day at a time. So don't be mad and don't be spiteful. Don't be hateful. Don't be greedy and try to take something.
No, the Curlsmith vitamins are absolutely worth it. And I think
Yes.
I saw a question that I was going to answer. Are they really that different from the Nature's Bounty? Yes, they are. They really are. Like, the integrity of our hair has definitely changed since taking them. We are going to do a 6-month update, but we are still taking them. We actually just got another shipment in the other day we got another 2-month supply to keep up with them. We definitely still take them every day.
Wanda says she wanted to get the stimulus checks so she could buy the MADCURLS products that we suggest.
Listen, mine is going straight in the bank to save for the trips I'm going to be taking when this is over. I'm going to Disney. I want to go to Disney. I want to go to Disney and I want to go to Miami. Girl.
Wow, California unemployment just hangs up during the call. Wow. Don't you hate that when you're on the phone forever waiting and then all of a sudden you just lose that? The moment I hear a real human voice, I always say, please take my number just in case like we lose that connection. Please call me back. I've been waiting on the phone for like an hour and a half and they're like, yeah, like, I don't know. That is so frustrating.
Yeah, Kaimani, it gives you it gives you length. Obviously, like it's for hair. It's for hair growth, but it's also for the integrity of your hair. Like it helps with retention as well. So it's great that things can grow your hair. Vitamins can help you grow your hair, but you also want your hair to be healthy and help to retain that length. What's the point of growing the hair if you can't keep it healthy and retain it? It's just falling out, you know, or shedding out, or fairy knotting out, or whatever else it's doing. It's not healthy. No, so I think they really are good.
I think my hair. I'm a walking advertisement to me for those vitamins. This right here is that being part of it, turning it around. Definitely the Afro-G. I didn't start the Afro-G until probably, I've done it for the last 2 6-week kind of like cycles, but I've been doing those vitamins since October. And so and I was so scared because all of a sudden everybody's shut down that we reached out to Curlsmith and I said that, you know, we are walking advertisements for these vitamins. And I said, I heard that like kind of sometimes if you take vitamins and then you stop cold turkey, that your hair, you can start shedding it again because your hair is so used to getting, I guess, all those nutrients or something. So I said, and I don't know, I have no access to getting them now. So can they, so that's when they sent the vitamins and they also sent the new products that I have in my hair tonight. And we were shocked when these came. It was like, I didn't even hear about these. So, but nope, I have to say, because we swore by.
Oh, there's a code, Curls15 on the Curlsmith website. So discount.
Oh. Okay.
And someone said they cause breakouts. No, I haven't experienced breakouts. No. I've never experienced breakouts with the Nature's Bounty or with these ones.
Sometimes people do, I don't know about this brand, but I know that with the biotin in certain vitamins, because that's the main, I guess, ingredient for growth. I don't know what these vitamins have. Is it biotin?
They have biotin.
Okay.
Yep.
Biotin sometimes definitely breaks people out. But it depends. Like it didn't for me. I was taking straight biotin at one point, thinking that's, you know, just to grow my hair before I knew that they had hair, skin, and nail vitamins. And then I started doing that. But years ago, when I started my journey back 9 or 10 years ago, I was taking straight biotin because I didn't know about hair, skin, and nail. Spencer, I think, took biotin and it breaks him out, but it definitely doesn't break me out.
Wanda, we're getting one. When that is, I don't know. You guys will know as soon as we know. I understand the holdup on I guess like them like sending products. It's hard to do it with the shipping and all that kind of stuff, but I'm like, our code can be activated now, right now. Like, and I don't know what's happening. I don't know.
Sarah Zeppelin said, only bright side is that El Paso citizens don't have to pay rent or bills anymore.
That's nice.
Is that temporary? Like, is it gonna be like when this all is over, are they gonna come back? I saw something the other day that said that they will give you 12 months after this is all over to catch up on rent that you didn't pay during this time. So you're not going to escape it. So I said I'd be very careful with that, foregoing rent, because it's only going to come back at you unless like you have no other choice. But if you do have a choice now, I would try to like still keep up with it as much as you possibly can. It's not possible for everyone. But so in El Paso, you'll never see those bills again. That's it. They're wiping it all out.
I like that question. Wisdom is Better says, what's the best thing that happened to everyone this week?
Oh.
What's the best thing that happened to everyone this week? Or what's the best thing that happened to you this week, girl? What's something positive? Oh my gosh, why don't...
Sorting out my Manny.
I would say for me, the best thing that happened to me this week was getting back into like the education game. Like it felt good to be in the chat and to be working and to be talking with parents and working with the kids. Like I got up every morning, got my computer, I had my iPad going, I had my phone going, I was checking emails in the chat, talking to students, doing Google Meets and FaceTimes, whatever, and helping kids get organized. And I was loving it. I really was. I was like, this is fun. Like I'm enjoying this. And so I'm really glad to be kind of back in the game again. So
yeah, let me see, what can I set aside? Stop being
busted.
What can I say about what did we do this week? I don't know, like everything's starting to blend.
Everything is seriously starting.
I don't know.
Blend.
I don't know. Like it's because I'm not negative about the whole experience. So every day is a good day. Every day I wake up. I like the fact that I have the freedom, the schedule. I'm always thankful for YouTube. I said today. I said next week we're gonna really be pumping them out. I said because you're gonna be off
spring break,
and I said we have nothing but. We said this is gonna be 2017 back again. Like we're gonna be filming every day.
Is that what we said?
I did. I said there's no reason why we can't film every day. And remember, I had like such good ideas.
Oh yes.
Okay, I came up with so many good ideas, guys.
Okay, so much.
And so I think I'm just happy that I have the channel and that it's the motivator to get me up in the morning. yeah, I think that's what I could be grateful for.
Girl, I love
And-
that girl.
Yeah, and that like the way I think we're situated.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I have like all my kids around me, and everybody's like doing their share, and so I know it could be 10 times worse because I see it out there how it can be worse. People that actually have lost their jobs over this,
Mm-hmm.
and we had already kind of like our bad year was like a couple years ago when everything hit us at once and we were out of money and all that. We couldn't sort it out. I'm glad that we finally overcame that period, and so now we're able to go through this pandemic period with all of our finances and everything pretty much in order.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
but it still makes you think about still things that were in process, in the works and everything, and just I mean,
Everything
it's such a
that's
trickle down
that's
effect.
on hold.
Everything is
Yeah.
affected by this now. Everything is going to be affected by this now.
Mm-hmm.
So
And I just said, like, when it's all over, like, I wonder, like, what the world is gonna look like, you know. We'll see
So did everybody answer earlier about Easter? How everyone's doing that?
if you're doing it.
If you celebrate Easter, are you doing anything different? Like we didn't go out to the store and buy anything special to do that because
We just don't want to be
I just wanna go
fanning
to-
around
yeah, I just
stores.
wanna go to the
Yeah, the
store.
numbers in our town are climbing, and I'm like, we only have 2 grocery stores. I'm like, what are the odds? You know, I was like, I don't know. Look at all this good stuff. Just spending time with my family. Had my taxes done and submitted. I just got off of work. I'm a healthcare administrator, and this is my first weekend off.
Wow.
Yay!
Okay.
I'm waking up and I still have a job. Amen.
Yeah.
Moving to my new apartment today. I'm tired, but I made the day go faster. Nice new apartment. Best thing this week for me was Friday, no school. Word. I know, I slept in a little bit later today. It felt nice. It felt nice to sleep in today because I had worked all week. Before, being able to do something with my job and just sleeping all day was really like upsetting me. Like I would wake up just like down. I'm like, I don't like this. I need some type of structure. I need a schedule. So now today it felt good to sleep in. I was like, because I worked all week. Like I was busy. I was productive. So it felt good to sleep in today.
Yeah. So Faith Glenn said Joel Osteen live stream for Easter service and Sunday dinner. Okay. So yeah, a lot of churches are promoting their Easter services. I think all churches are like live now, right? Going live. So who else? Anybody else listening to Easter services on Easter? Having watch parties, Easter service?
Did you eat the leftover stir fry?
No, I did not.
Were you going to?
I was thinking about it, but but it doesn't matter.
Did you eat today?
I didn't eat yet today. I'm making this stupid smoothie.
I wanted a smoothie girl.
Oh, that's fun, girl. I'm gonna figure that out when we get off.
Okay.
Doing an Easter egg hunt for my 3 little ones. Oh, that's so cute. How would you do that? D. Boone said. Sight and Sound is streaming Jesus on Facebook this weekend only. Oh, Sight and Sound, really? Okay.
Dear Demi said, I've lost my job at Hooters. I miss it, but I've been doing DoorDash for extra money. I guess it was like a bright side. You found something else to do for extra money, but I'm sorry about the job loss. I know that happened.
Yeah.
I know Sephora, even though they said they were going to cover their employees, like anybody that was part-time, they let go. I work with this company that I get like different collabs through and stuff, and I've been working with these 2 people for at least 2 years, and both of them got let go because of this. They couldn't keep those 2 employees on. They're like, this is your new connect, and I'm like, wow, like I was really upset about that. I was like, wow.
Dana N said online church service and resting for the rest of the day. Dana, which online church service are you listening to?
What's the first thing you want to do when quarantine is over? I think I want to go to a restaurant, like Olive Garden or something. Like I want to go sit down in a restaurant and hear the waiter say, do you want appetizers? Can I start you with drinks or an appetizer? Like, yes. Typically, I don't take the appetizer. Like, bring me all the appetizers. Let me see the menu, the drink menu. I'll take this and this and this and this appetizer and this plate of food. Like, I just want to hit up restaurants and just get appetizers and just enjoy I love going to restaurants, and I miss that. Even though people are doing like takeout and stuff, I'm not eating anybody's takeout during this time.
Yeah.
But definitely that. And I want to take a trip.
Yeah, probably I'll go see Gam because like
Oh, yeah.
all the family that's so close to me, I just always took it for granted. And so my sister, she's really going through a rough time now. Like she really like lives like a half hour maybe away from me, and we always live so close to each other, all of us, and we just never really visit each other the way we should. And now it's like it's hard. Like I think it's the fact that you can't that's rough. So probably going to see my mother. And that'll probably be the first thing.
I know people who can't see their family and their friends and stuff. That's gonna be awesome when like it's like okay you can talk to people again and to be able to see like your friends who you haven't seen, even though you might be like FaceTiming and stuff. Like it's gonna be great.
Take my son to a barber shop. Want to get a pedicure.
You want to sleep? Okay, I'll take doggy. He doesn't like being over there, so we'll have to bring him over here.
Okay.
Push the table back. All right, bring him over here. Hi, doggy. You gonna be a good boy?
First question, I'm gonna be a good boy. I'm moving things out. Put it in my Mary Poppins bag. Hi, doggy.
I'm gonna take my son to the barber shop.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I did treatments on Spencer and Adam's hair the other day. They let me do their hair because they can't get it cut. I was like, well, your curls are growing out. Let me style it for you. And I washed their hair. I did a deep treatment for both of them. I put the hot heads on them, let it kind of marinate, rinsed it out, and then I put some product in both their hair, and I just kind of did their hair for them.
Oh, Michelle Andre said just ordered a Curlsmith. Can't wait to get them.
Yeah.
Tonight while you're on here, on live. I want a dog.
I can't see the chat, doggy. I can't see. I'm generally a homebody, but this is too much. Yeah, I stayed home because too meat. I stayed home because like I wanted to, not because I was being told to. And now that I'm being told to, it's just like it's hard.
Yeah, no, I'm still okay with it. I am a homebody. I don't like the fact. I think the things that I miss are if I wanted something, like makeup. You know, I love makeup and beauty, skincare, and all that. And the fact that I can't just run out to the store and get it.
The malls.
Yeah. Like,
one of the first places we go, the mall.
Yeah. And do I dare say it's like Sephora? Because like they have bad reputation tonight. But
Ulta.
like I'm like, oh my gosh, like Sephora. I wanted to see something in person.
H&M, Forever 21, all my favorite stores to be able to shop. I haven't bought any spring or summer clothes, and just to be able to shop again will be nice.
Yeah. I must have the option to go out. Right. I know so many kisses, so many kisses, so many kisses. I know, sweetie. Oh, making a bunny cake. Atia said.
Yum.
Oh, okay. I think Kamani said she just ordered hers. You guys are ordering Curlsmith because of my sickening curls tonight?
They really are great vitamins, though.
No, is it vitamins or is it the I think the products are ordering.
Wait, is it the products? Or what are you guys ordering?
Is it the Curlsmith vitamins or is it the
Kaimani was talking about the vitamins. Like she was asking about the vitamins, so I'm assuming.
Okay, I think somebody else ordered, maybe, I don't know.
You have enough juice. I need some charge.
Okay, can I have some?
Can I have a turn?
Right. I need sneakers. I know, and it took Dougie to the park. I feel so bad.
I know.
But one thing we've learned, because we go out to dry our hair really quick. Like today, I washed my hair and I needed to dry really quick. So we just get in the car and we just take a ride down the street, hit the highway, get off the first exit and circle right back around and come back home. And Dougie's been going for that quick little ride with us, and he hasn't been getting car sick.
Yeah, he doesn't get car sick anymore.
Yeah, and I heard that when they turn 1 year old, that you know, that kind of lessens if they have it. Because they said this breed, like, I don't know how they could determine that, but they said this breed shouldn't be getting car sick. So I don't know, but he hasn't been. He just sits there nicely in the back in his little car seat, and he's a good boy.
And Branch says, I ordered the Camille Rose foam.
Let's see, I want the leave-in and gel. Is that Curlsmith?
Hashtag MADCURLS made you do it. We still have a, what is it? Like highlights on our Instagram, where when people send us like the stuff that like, you know, you made me buy this or whatever, we post it and it gets added to our highlight. We have like 4 like full highlights of hashtag MADCURLS made me do it, and just products you guys are saying, you made me buy this product. So we do give shout outs on our Instagram.
I was shocked. I didn't know. I love Curlsmith. You guys know I do. And I didn't know that they made something new. So that was a pleasant surprise when that came.
Yeah, I was like, oh wow.
We don't have an Ulta in Canada. Okay.
Gasp. Does Ulta ship to Canada? Do they not have like a walk-in store? But do they ship to Canada?
Oh, Alexis, what did you order from Honey's Handmade?
D. Wallace, no, we haven't reviewed the Aunt Jackie's grapeseed line. We have the gel. I haven't used it though yet.
Yes, we do. We have a shirt that says MADCURLS made me do it, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, we do.
It comes in all colors. It comes in short sleeve, long sleeve, V-neck, hoodie, crew neck,
I know. I
all
said
colors.
today, I said we should do a quarantine, because this is something I said that we have never gone through before. We should definitely have it somewhere in our T-shirt, quarantine 2020 MADCURLS or something, because we have to remember this. You have to remember this moment
Because it's history.
It
We're all a part of history, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, history.
This is history.
So just to think, you lived during this time. I know, lots of kisses. Or I tell you what, he's extra loving and kissing.
Doggy. Lots of kisses. Lots of kisses. I love those. I love those, boo boo. All right. Hold on. Move your foot.
Yes, we have that one. We get it. You have curly hair. Do we get dressed every day? No, I don't.
No.
You don't either, really, right?
No.
You were when you were going live, kind of like with the.
Oh
kids
yeah, when I have to do like video calls, then yeah, I'll like do my hair, fix my face, put on a button up or something, and when I have to video chat with students. But other than that, no.
Yes, I do, Michaela. I have the leave-in and the gel in my hair. Actually, I did the whole Curlsmith line today. I did the primer, the exfoliating shampoo, and I did their deep conditioner, the one in the blue jar with the hyaluronic acid in it. Then I rinsed all that out, and then I went in. But like, you don't have to do all of that. Like these are the products right here. The leave-in and the gel. I like the gel. I liked it when I saw it in the bottle because to me it had that loose consistency. And I like that. It wasn't like,
yeah, and it's medium hold. So
yeah, and it definitely is medium. I would say to definitely firm. Wisdom is better. So I really want to support Honey's Handmade, but I can't get with their customer service. They were not very responsive to emails. Was that last year or this year? I know last year there was a problem, and then I thought that they try to address it best that they could last year. Then this year, I thought that they would be well on top of it. I don't know, like, not to make excuses because I don't have a nickel in that dime, but I wonder if this whole thing, that's why I try to be patient with Camille Rose. Who knows if they'll ever get back to me? And that just might be a $12 loss. Would I order it again? No, because I'm not paying for the shipping. I wanted to try the restorative conditioner, but I don't know. But I did write and say that I never got it. But I don't know. So during this time, we're always like giving like companies like excuses, right? But this might be a good one.
yeah, during this time. So Wisdom's better also asked, like, how is online dating going? Because I mentioned it in our Q&A. So I actually stopped because I met somebody nice on there. But I mean, as you kind of like get to talk and kind of get to know somebody, like that's what you always say, like that's what dating is about, like kind of like talking to people, getting to know people. And so there were like some things that I was like, I don't know, like we aren't really seeing eye to eye on this. Hold on, did we freeze? Did we freeze?
We did.
We unfroze.
Did we unfreeze?
Yeah. I mean, but I don't know, the whole online dating thing, it's interesting. What were you saying about last night? You were like, just
I said, like I always say, I said people think dating is jumping in and out of beds, and I often said, you got to come out to bed at some point. And this is when I said, this is so wonderful, this social distancing thing, because there's no commitment pressure now, because you can really, really explore these people. You can really talk from a distance. There's no sort of pressure to meet anybody.
Right.
Nothing. Like, you can really get to know. And I think you found out something like that was kind of like shocking, I think, on both ends last night.
Yeah.
That it's just like, I'm like, okay, so, but you don't just like keep hanging out and just like wearing out something when you see this is not what you're looking for. Like, you have to like, it's almost like speed dating. You've got to see something, pick up on something that's not going to be compatible. Like, okay, they're not budging on that one, I'm not budging. Okay, so then move on. What's this to keep dragging on conversations? You don't know that you wouldn't know that person if you fell over them in the street. So it didn't work out, so move on then. Find somebody else, or just like slow your roll down. But if you find something that's not clicking and it's like something that you're going to what do we always say,
the hill we're gonna die on. Yeah,
that was the hill you were gonna die on.
Yeah, that was the hill to kind of die on.
Why keep responding to texts? Why make phone calls, FaceTime? Like, bye.
Yeah,
Felicia.
But the hill that had to be died on was we got it, which I just kind of like said it like matter of factly, and then like he was just like nah, but I thought it was just how kind of relationships went, that when you are in a relationship, you don't have contact with exes. Like if I'm dating someone and he's like, oh, like this was a person I was dating, but like we're friends now. I'm like friends with my ex, you know, we were together, didn't work out, but now we're just friends and she's like in my life. And I was like, that's not kind of like a person I'm looking for, someone who's buddy with people that they've dated. And we were just not seeing eye to eye on that. And he was like, well, like if you're concerned about like a man having like female friends in that way, then you know it's insecure. And I was like, I don't see it as insecure, because who does that? I thought that was just kind of like an unspoken thing. Why would I be dating somebody and then be sitting up texting and being on the phone with an ex? Like I hang up from him and then like, oh, this is my friend, so now I'm gonna talk to him even though we dated or whatever. I just never did the whole female friend thing with guys that I've dated, and definitely not female friends who are exes, someone that they've dated. And it was and he was just like, well, like I have female friends that I've dated and we're just friends now and they're in my life. I'm like, well,
what do you guys think about that? We said we're gonna throw it out to the MADCURLS.
Yeah.
Ina Ade said, I'm getting a divorce. I don't even want to look at a man right now. I never knew that. Like I feel like I know like Ina Ade, like if anything, the name, and I never knew that I wasn't all alone on my divorce journey. I didn't know there was another MADCURLS fam getting divorced. Yeah, I pretty much feel the same thing, same way. That's the last thing I'm looking for right now. And I'm so glad I got the peace of not having to deal with that right now during this time, all locked up together. Somebody said earlier, can you imagine not getting along, or somebody being in like in a domestic violence situation and having like this time is like really rough for people to be in the house together. So, you know, just when you think, you know, you have nothing to be thankful for, you think about the little things like that it could be 10 times worse.
Yeah. Kimani said, I don't see that as insecure, and it's sort of a red flag. It's like you don't have other friends other than that ex. And so he was like that you can date somebody and then and then
Powell said that's their backup.
right? Like it's like he's like you can date somebody and then you guys break up, but then you guys are just friends for years after that with no other feelings involved, which I'm like, okay, because I have a guy that I dated in high school and we're just like we're cool. There's no feelings on my part. Like there's no feelings. And if I'm in another relationship, then me and him, we aren't texting, we aren't talking. It's just like an unspoken rule. If he starts dating somebody, we aren't texting, we aren't talking. If we're both single, we're like, hey, how's your life? Da da da. Like we're just cool, but there's no feelings there. So it can happen, but I don't know. I feel like if you start dating somebody and this is a girl who was an ex, like why are you dating somebody new and still having conversations with an ex? Like I don't.
That's different. Curls by Marie said, I'm still friends with my ex because he was originally my best friend. So,
which was one of his arguments last night. He's like, well, you guys started like you start as friends first. So now if the relationship doesn't work out, now you're friends. What's wrong with that?
No, because if you went to friends and then you started dating, so then you came out of the friend category to me. And so if you were such good friends, then why couldn't you work yourself out through the relationship? You would have known the person before you started dating them, since you were friends and you knew what each other was about. And so then it didn't work out, so now you go back to being friends? That's odd to me. To me, I would think that what kind of a friend is that he would like break up with me when you guys thought that you could make something out of the relationship? And this is, I'm speaking strictly for myself. I would feel like if we took it to another level, that I thought he could be better than a friend. And then, to me, I would be so disappointed that we didn't try hard enough in the relationship. Why would I have plenty of friends? Why would I want a friend after that? You know, that to me is odd. Like he didn't like care enough about me, love me enough, respect me enough to be in a relationship with me. So now you're just going to be relegated now back to a friend.
Yeah, but he was like, if you're in a relationship, then you should trust the person you're with, which is true. And like, you shouldn't kind of be worried about who they're friends with or what they're doing. You should be like secured in your spot. And I was like, no, I have a problem with that. I have a major, major problem with that.
I think you can be friendly with them. I don't think it has to be what's it, like always like fighting, can't talk to them, can't be in the same room with them, all that. Like that's not my nature at all. So yes, it was a rough patch, rough period, whatever. But even though it's been 30 years, like I have no animosity. Like it didn't work out. Like I'm past that now. The regret of it all. Like 30 years. Oh my gosh, my whole life. Like okay, it didn't work out. And so I've dealt with that, not through any sort of therapist or anything, because I just never did reach out like that. It's been time. They say time heals all wounds.
Yeah.
So I think it's time. And I think this year Christmas, when I gave it one last try, I gave it my all this Christmas. I gave it my all this Christmas. And I think how it ended was so disappointing to me because it was so unnecessary. And it was based on something like that, where there was like, not so much another woman, so to speak, but I thought the disrespect of what was going on in my house when I was trying to show him a nice time, and he was doing that, and he would not even like take the onus of that. I just said, it's just so wrong, it's just so disrespectful that you could be doing that, like in our married home, and I invited you in for Christmas, and you could still be reaching out to this woman that's supposed to be your landlord, and like in my home, I'm like, do you see what's wrong with that? Nope. And even the kids, it's horrible to say, but even everybody, they're like, come on, Dad. Oh, come on, Dad. You've got to see what. Nope. He would not take the blame for that. So much so, he packed his bags 4 days before he actually was scheduled to leave and left in a huff, and really have not heard of him, hide nor hear from since. And that, in my mind, was, okay, I gave it my all this Christmas. That to me was insane, ridiculous. Okay. And he would not ever take any sort of the onus for that, the blame, the disrespect of that. Not under my roof, I said, not under my roof. And so, but nope, he would not apologize for it. He would not take the blame for it. So I said, you are just so different. Like, you really are living your single life. You're happy with your single life, and I'm happy that you're happy with it, but I can't deal with that. So that was the end of that. So no, I don't compete with other women. I don't have anybody like on that level.
Yeah.
With me.
Like,
yeah.
Like, you guys are agreeing with me. You're like, it's not insecure. And he was really making me feel like I was crazy. Like, I really was like, wait, like, is this what people are doing now? Is this okay? But I'm like, but I don't care what people are doing. And if people think it's okay, I'm still not okay with it. I still don't see why it's necessary. Like, I don't, I don't see why it's necessary at all.
Yeah, I'm seeing women saying after my divorce, I didn't date for years. I saw something the other day that said, you don't date until half of the years you were married. So, like, I'm not supposed to date for 15 years? Are you kidding? Like, that's insane. You know, half of the years that I was married, so I got to wait 15. How old? Like, I'm 50. I'll be 67? I think now that's crazy.
Exactly. There are plenty of other people to be friends with. Like, exactly. Like, and that's like a hill, like, he was dying on, like, how are you going to come into someone's life? And, like, we weren't saying for, like, each other, because we're not even there. We're just still just, like, chatting and just kind of getting to know each other, whatever. It's nothing serious. But he was like, how is a person going to come into somebody's life and say, you know, who has to go and who can, like, a person has to start cutting people off. And I'm like, I don't feel like it's coming to somebody's life and saying, okay, this person, this person has to go, this person has to go. I'm like, I feel like it's common sense. If you get into a relationship, why are you still kikiing with your exes? Now it's like, okay, y'all were cool. Maybe when you were single, y'all were friends, whatever. Now you're in a relationship, like, there shouldn't even have to be a conversation. It's just, they should just fall off. Like, no, this person's in a relationship now. Y'all need to stop talking. But the fact, like, you know, you'd be on the phone talking to me and I'm your girlfriend, and then you hang up for me and say, oh, I'm going to call up, you know, like, my ex-girlfriend now and have a conversation with her, like, about what? Like, about what?
Yeah, I think, and I like the women that are kind of like supporting my decision, you know, that they understood, because I got to the point where it started feeling like gaslighting, and I learned that new term as I started like researching and doing my own type of therapy. I'm like, is it just me? Is it in my mind? Like when they make you feel like you're the crazy one, and they're gaslighting, like, you know, that stupid stuff, like, you know, you're just insecure, you know, let's unpackage this, let's unbag this,
let's unpack this, like, let's really, he's like he really wanted to dive deep into it. Like, why do you feel that way?
Yeah,
like,
it's like a problem with you, you know, why do you always start trouble? Like, it's not starting trouble. It's like, I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. And
Liam, exactly. It's like, what if they talk about you? Yeah, you're gonna be talking about our relationship to another girl, not just another girl, but now it's like an ex-girlfriend. That's like a whole nother level. Like, that's just no.
Yeah.
That's just no.
Nope.
It's just no.
That's no.
It's just no.
So
and like the just no, and that's what I was saying, like in like the Q&A, like dating, it's hard because you think you meet somebody, like, you know, our careers were the same, like he was definitely my type, and I'm like, okay, the weird stuff is starting to come out now. I was totally caught off guard with the fact that we didn't see eye to eye to that. I thought that was like a no-brainer. Like, you don't entertain exes and new
Right.
relationships, and it was not a no-brainer at all. He was like,
Because
this was
like
not a no-brainer
like
for him.
you said, a relationship is a relationship, and if they were in a like, you never know when they can like rekindle things again. So like, why would he still want that to hang around? I think there was something I saw on Facebook last week that you keep your past in the past. That's why it's behind you. Like, don't like look back. And so there's nothing, no good looking back. Okay, and so I feel that, to me, that's very odd. And the fact that people are dying on these hills, like they're not willing to say, you know, I see your point of view. Okay, I see that. I'm not saying all the time you have to get your way, but in something like that, why jeopardize a new relationship?
Right.
Because you want to hang on to old that didn't work out.
Right.
You already tried that did not work out. That's what I couldn't get past. He had a chance to, like, we were trying to mend and heal our 30-year marriage, 30 years, and he was willing to die on that hill. He was willing to die on that hill that he was not going to not text that woman anymore. It was beyond anything. I said, he's too worldly now. He's too out there now. And I cannot deal with that. I'm so used to it just being like the 5 of us, me, Jay, and the 3 kids, you know, and like, it was always like, but it was just too much out there now. And he wasn't willing to come in anymore. Mm-hmm. And I said, oh, no. Like, I have MS. I am not going to be dealing with these ups and downs, this mental torture on a daily basis. I could not do that.
Yeah.
It was just disrespect. And she was one time when he was trying to rekindle with me, didn't know nothing about me, only what she heard from him. And one day we were at the movies and I happened to look over, he was texting, and I saw the question, like, I guess he felt like he had to check in, even though the woman was married too, but he had to check in and he had to let them know he was at the movies with his wife. Oh, how's that going? She said, and then I saw her put, uh-oh, how's that going? I said, why would she start off an answer with, uh-oh, how's that going? That's so negative. What in the world did you possibly tell that woman that she would make that response to your wife of 30 years? People should be like, oh, I'm so glad you and Lori are trying to work things out. But for her to say, uh-oh, how's that going? I said, what did you tell her? But okay, I got past that, but I clocked it. I clocked in my mind and said, she knows way too much about this situation. What in the world did you tell her? And how much? He's going back now to Colorado. Okay, I'm here. She would have his ear. And she'd be working double time. Like, she'd have him there in that house, and I'd be here, and I would always wonder why his mood swings, everything would be changing, because I don't know the other half of that story. And it was just too much.
Yeah. It
was just too much, and he wasn't willing to forgo that. And I said, nope. I said, so that means so much more to you than your 30-year marriage, then you're not the person that I once knew. This ain't working.
So Wisdom is better said, I wonder how he would feel if the shoe was on the other foot. So I asked that. I said, so you would be okay, like, if we were in a relationship and I'm having conversations with people that I dated in the past, I'm like, you're okay with that? And he was like, yeah. He's like, because I'm in competition with nobody. He's like, I'm very secure, and if I have to worry about what you're doing, then like, I don't want to be with you. And so I was like, he's like, and I guess he said like he's something about he didn't want to like be controlling or whatever. I'm like, it's not controlling. I'm like, you have things like that you don't like. I said, what man would want their woman kicking on the phone with other men, especially ex-boyfriend? I'm like, why would you be okay with that? I'm like, to me it sounds really negligent. Like, you don't,
to me it does.
You don't care about the relationship.
Yeah.
Like, why would you be okay with that?
Yeah.
Like, that's just odd to me.
Yeah.
And that was the hill I was willing to die on.
Yeah, I'm not the kind of woman that tries to pit a man against a man, or try to make the person that I'm with jealous over silly stuff. But you kind of want a sense of caring, that they care enough to be jealous.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I never felt like I really kind of like had that in the relationship. If I came home and said that I went out to lunch with a guy or whatever, he'd be like, oh, good, what'd you have for lunch? Like, it never was like, he never like cared enough to act like to me, a normal man, like, be jealous. What man want their wife going out with another man for lunch? You know, it was just very, very odd. And so it's just basically, I see now that it's not really changed. He's always kind of like been that way. And the stubbornness and all that, I just never saw it. But it's clear now. I had to back away from it to see it's so clear now. And so I think that's it. I think that's why I'm solidified in the decision. Like, Christmas was very eye-opening, and I tried. It was a fabulous Christmas. I had the best time. It was one of the best Christmases that we had. I'm glad that we one last Christmas for the road, and it was very, very nice. Unfortunately, it also was very, very eye-opening, and so I don't regret trying one last time. But it was very clear by the time the trip was over that he was going back. That okay, this won't work, and I was okay with that decision. And then the pandemic, and so there's nothing, can't move forward on anything now.
Pretty much just
Courts
kinda-
closed, everything. So
But
it
yeah,
is what it is.
okay. So
but-
at least I'm not crazy because I had
No,
ran it
girl,
by
I
you.
told you you weren't.
I had ran it by you. I was like, Mom, I'm like, I know I haven't been in the dating game for like 2 years. I was like,
I told you
I'm
you
like,
were
this
not.
don't sound right.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, this don't sound right. I'm like, is
Mm-mm.
this what people are doing now? Because this don't sound right. I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Playing games, boy, bye. Games,
And I
mind
said,
games.
Adam, like, I don't think guys do that. He was like, well, like, I'm different. I'm not a normal guy like that. I'm like, yeah, well, huh.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I know that, Kamani. Yeah, definitely. When somebody knows that much about to say, her first reaction was, like if somebody said, I'm out.
Oh, dear Demi, we gonna answer that.
If I'm out to the movies with my wife, somebody would say, oh my God, that's so good. But for someone to say, how's that going? I said, okay, what was said? At the time, still didn't care, but clocked it. Like I said, I just clocked it. I said, okay. And
Yolanda, we love talking a little about everything. You don't come to live and just hear about hair. We talk about hair like this much and swerve all over the place.
Oh, yeah, no, we totally
talk
do.
about everything.
We do. This is where you get the tea about
Girl,
everything.
this is what we were also talking about last night. So Dear Demi said, if your boyfriend likes other girls' pictures on Instagram, is
Oh
that
my
cheating?
God.
So the whole
Mhm.
liking of pictures
We've talked about that a couple of
we always talk about
What do you
that.
guys think about that?
The liking of the pictures. I think for me, I don't think it's necessary. I think it depends. What type of pictures are you liking? If I'm dating somebody and they're liking pictures of girls in bikinis and girls like scantily clad or whatever, I mean, I'm like, to me, when you like it, you can see who likes something. I was like, so why do you want to make that statement? Have your name under the list of people who have liked this picture, who have appreciated this picture, whatever it's showing. I'm like, why would you want to make that statement? To me, it's a statement that you like this, you like what you see. And if it's somebody in a bikini or whatever, like, to me, it's disrespectful. And that's just period. Like, and I had another person I was talking to that was like a dying hill. Like we weren't seeing it. He didn't see it. Like, he was like, I'm appreciating the picture and da-da-da. Nope, not with me.
So Kendall Riley said, doesn't seem fair to make those generalizations. What generalizations?
It's not cheating, but it depends on the pic. It could be disrespectful. Yeah, it's disrespectful. Yeah, I wouldn't go so far as to say like, oh, they're cheating on me. It's disrespectful. I think it's definitely disrespectful. I don't think it's necessary. Like, obviously men are going to have eyeballs and they're going to look at other women. They're going to appreciate women, but to actually go as far as to double tap it and put your name under the list, why is that necessary? Why do you need to make that statement? You can appreciate the picture without letting the person know, oh, I'm telling you that I like this. I'm in a relationship, but I want to let you know that I like what I see here. This is a good picture. Why do you have to do that?
Yeah.
Why do you have to do that?
Why is it worth it? Why can't you just admire something like from afar? Well, why do you have to bring attention to the fact that you like that to make the person that you're with feel some type of way? I don't think it's all. I saw something recently that said, it's the person, you can't take responsibility, 100% responsibility. Sometimes like you get a better half to help you with working your way through some of these feelings. And so when you feel insecure, I feel like it is definitely the responsibility of the other person too, as much as it is yours. But I think that there are ways to waylay that making you feel insecure. I really do. I think that they don't need to do things like that, talking to other people. If they know that that's your push button topic, then why would they do it if they cared about you so much? I don't understand that part of it.
So I saw someone say, unless it's a celebrity. I think that's what I said to you last night. I said, unless they're up here like in Halle Berry and like some serious celebrities, that it's just never going to happen. But if you're out here liking regular people, that just regular fake Instagram model, just regular people who are nobodies, like not like a celebrity that's just like completely out of their reach. I'm like, that's to me, the regular people, that's disrespectful. But if you're out here liking Halle Berry, like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about Halle Berry, like, whatever. But if it's just regular people who you're gassing up while you're with me, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's necessary.
Kendall clarified. So she said, saying exes can't stay friends. That was the generalization, I guess. There needs to be clear lines and full transparency. In my experience, men have been okay with it, and it's been okay on both sides. And I think that's what I was saying last night, that this kind of distance dating or online dating or all that, this is a time to like shop, like you can see. So that's something that that's the hill you're gonna die on. And so right there, that's the full transparency that he wasn't budging on.
Yeah, and maybe it can happen and it does happen, but it's just not something I'm comfortable with. And I think that's my preference, which is what I said. I was like, it's a I don't like that. That's just something I don't like. And
right.
Whether it can happen or whatever it is happening, cool. it's just something I personally, like, I don't like. And he was like, it's not a preference, it's an insecure, whatever, boy, bye, whatever you want to call it. I was like, it's just not something, it's just not something I like. It could happen, it could work, cool.
I wouldn't run away from a word like that. If somebody says you're jealous, like, okay, then call it what you want to. Like, I don't get hung up on like words like that. You're jealous, you're insecure. Call it what feels good to you. But if it's jealous, is insecure, then label me that. But I'm still uncomfortable with that. So I wouldn't be interested in someone that wouldn't budge on that point.
Yeah.
Because if he's trying to get to know you, why wouldn't he kind of embrace some of the things that you embrace, and you would embrace things that he would embrace?
Right.
But somebody is going to have a sticking point, and that one to you was worth it more so.
Yeah, and I'm like, what a point to stick on, because to me it was like, that's such a no-brainer. It's such a no-brainer. And okay. Like, hey. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, even if, like, I'm seeing some people with the celebrity thing, yeah, even if it's a celebrity, I mean, it depends on you and your relationship. And if it's something you're not comfortable with, then you're not comfortable with, whether it's a celebrity or it's a regular person. If you don't like it, then you don't like it, and that's period. You don't like it. So yeah, Kaimani, like he really did it. Like, he really wanted to unpack why I felt the way I felt. Like, as if it was really anything to unpack, because, I mean, who would want the person they're with still kikiing with their ex? Like, I mean, what more is there to say? Like, what more is there to unpack or break down? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, nope, not checking my husband's phone. No, that's not my style, checking folks' phone. I don't think, Yeah, I don't think you're referring to me being in a dark movie and seeing the light on his phone and looking over, and the phone's on, and I'm looking over, and my vision saw what I saw. So I wasn't checking it. I don't say, hand over your phone. That's not my style at all. That is not my style at all. But when I saw what I saw, I took the opportunity to say, why? Oh, I said, I just saw that line. First, of course, the gaslight. That's not what she said. I'm like, that's exactly. I said, well, look, take it out. No, he said, but that's not what she said. That's exactly what she said. So I thought that was odd. The denial of it all. That he's like, no, that's not, I know what I saw. And so then finally, I think that was in October maybe. Then by November, he's like, oh no, I had a word with her when I got back. I told her, you never know when I'm going to be with my wife, so don't be texting stuff like that, because she saw what you said and I didn't appreciate and all that. The whole thing was just odd to me. It didn't have a good feeling to me. It felt very odd to me. And I know what I saw. And I don't like people that try to make me feel like a fool. Like, that's not what you saw. And then a month later admit, like, that is what you saw, and I told her I'll never do that again. Like, too many games.
Yeah. We're too old for the games. And wisdom is better.
Yeah, no, definitely too old for the games.
No catfish issues. I've never had like a catfish issues. They look the way they look online. They look like
he's only loves like food pics and family pictures.
Yeah, if you have to check phones and cars and all that, that's too exhausting. Yeah, no, I'm not doing any of that. And I'm not saying, like, I don't want you talking to this person. Yeah. Like, I'm not controlling or jealous in that way at all. But certain things, I feel like I said, are just no-brainers. It's just respect. If I have to date you and I have to check, I've never dated anybody where I've had to check phones and all that kind of stuff. Because, like, I just won't be with you. I don't have time for all of that.
Right.
I don't have time for that. So, yeah, but I feel like some things, like I said, are just...
Oh yeah, no. Like jumping on the phone when somebody walks away. No, everybody got passwords and everything now. I think I'm the only one right here that people. First of all, everybody knows my password. I don't even know why I even bother putting one on any of my devices, and everybody has everything on lockdown. But my stuff, I'm free as a bird right here. Everybody can check on my stuff, grab my phones. I never locked anything down because I have nothing to hide. My life seriously is an open book. I've always led my life as an open book. As you guys can see right now, going live for all the world to see and hear. I tell all my business, and because I don't have to hide anything. I'm a grown woman, and I live my life. I live my life in a way that I have nothing to be ashamed of. I'm straightforward. I'm direct, and I tell like it is. And Spencer said one time, he said, "Ma, you can tell you're not a liar." He said, "You talk way too fast to be a liar," because people that lie always start off with the ums and the pauses because they have to think the next lie they're going to say. I talk too fast to be a liar because I just rattle it all off. So, yeah, I can't deal with it. That's one of my things. I can't deal with liars. Busted message. You want to take busted this now?
Yeah.
Pass it back and forth.
Pass
until
it, Dougie.
busted.
I know, Dougie. Dougie, can you sit down, boo?
I know, sit down. You ever miss out a word.
Can you sit down?
Yes, exactly. Grown as H. Yep, exactly. Perfectly put. And Branch said one and done in a relationship. Yeah. Keep parading it back and forth. Because and I don't even know if you see proof that they're trying to change, because I think it could be deceptive. Was it you and Spencer that said it takes about 3 months?
Yeah, I said people act like they change, and then the psychologist said it takes about 3 to 4 months for folks' true colors to come out.
Yeah.
And there seriously is something to that once you hit that 3, 4, 5 month mark, there's something there that like shifts with the person if they're really not being themselves or whatever. Something goes
I
haywire.
said that was true. Okay, so then
Very true.
In my situation, after 30 years, we didn't see each other all last year. You guys all knew. We walked you all through my life in separation and all that. October, we were gonna try to like make this work. Okay, that was October. When did it blow up? January. Took about 3 months for the true colors to come right back out. Nothing was being hidden. That was still in him, still in me.
Good night,
I'm not
Denise.
putting it all on him. I'm saying my reaction was classic Lori reaction, that I'm not having it. His reaction was classic, like, you're not going to tell me what to do anymore. So that's what it was like. Blew up, 3 months it took. That's about the time frame.
And so it does that when the mask comes off. Yeah,
That's
like
when the masks
like
come
something
off.
shifts, and it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, like, okay, if the person wasn't really, you know, if they weren't being who they really are, you know.
Yeah.
Someone said men have a lot of audacity. I said that like last week. I said men have nothing else. They have the audacity. They have the audacity. Like, facts. Great song.
Wait, what is it?
It's a song by Lizzo. She says, "Why men great till they gotta be great?" Like, they seem great until they really they really actually gotta be great, and they're really not that great.
Oh.
Like,
Okay. Somebody asked that. When did somebody ask that? I think we did a video recently about an update on our and yeah. What did you say about how are you with our mom and dad marriage ending? Like along with her older brothers, Spencer, and then Adam. So all my kids are in their 20s now. Or Adam will be 21 in May.
I mean, I think we've all kind of seen how it was going through like the past like few years, couple years, whatever. So it's not like a huge shock, but like we mind our business. I think I said in the video, like we don't get into it.
I think you support my
at
decision when I was happy, trying to rekindle all that. You were very supportive, though we had like been through a lot when he left. The beginning of last
I mean, I'm not
year.
gonna say it's easy. It's hard to witness and go through as like the kids, but it is what it is. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't sit around and like talk about our feelings. We don't talk about it. Like, so it is what it is. Yeah.
I'm glad for the support of it all. I definitely gave it my all because I do feel bad for them. I said I didn't want to be, the single grandmother one day. I didn't want to be, when their weddings happen, like I planned like their whole lives for the wedding, for me and Jay to be at the wedding, for Jay to walk her down the aisle. I'm not saying that's not going to happen, but I'm saying I plan on us being an older couple together, doing all these things together. Like we raise these kids, like this is our family, we raised them, and I want us to participate in all of the things going forward with them as adults. I don't want like him sitting on one side of the church and me sitting on the other side, or having visiting hours at the hospital to see babies, or when's your father, like, first of all, I told you guys when we started this whole thing, this conversation tonight, I'm not a grudge holder like that. Like I'm like so past it now. Like I tried. I feel like I have a settledness in my spirit now. I tried at Christmas time and it didn't work. I gave it my all. And so now I'm like, okay, that's the way you want to be. Okay, I gave it my all now, and you really just didn't want to. And so now I feel like I have every right to just move on, and I'm not bitter at all. And he definitely still is. I heard it the other day when I was calling my Manny, my stimulus check, the anger, and like, where's that coming from? Like, I haven't spoken to you since January. Why are you still so mad? Like, get past, like, everyone's living their life. We're going through a pandemic now. And why are you still holding anger at this point? Like, move on. And so I think that I'm just one of those types that it didn't work out, even though all those years, I'm looking forward to my future and for you guys to still keep living your lives. And I just, why would I hold a grudge about anything? It makes no sense to me. Because I feel like I haven't done anything to hold a grudge or be upset about anything. There's got to maybe it makes him feel good because of perhaps the guilt of it all.
Yeah.
He feels like he has like this self-righteousness to be mad. I don't know, and I don't get it, and I don't have time for that kind of anger.
So Michaela says, do we still keep a close relationship with our dad? I was saying this to somebody the other day. I said it's weird because I've had obviously my dad in my life my whole life, and like he was here up until I guess like 2 years ago, but the relationship definitely feels different. It feels different, which is weird because I've had in my life a majority of my life, more in my life than out of my life, but it's definitely different. It's different. It's very different. And it's definitely not something like I sit and like think about on a daily basis at all, but it is different. It is different, very different.
Yeah. I never thought I'd see it. I never thought I'd see the day. I always felt so happy that I had an intact family for my kids the entire married life. I just always was secure in that fact that I provided that for you guys, and I never thought like you guys would be adults and still have these experiences like Spencer graduating from the military and all of that stuff. Adam going to graduate college. All of the stuff that kids still have to go through. They are our children that we brought into this world, and that we could still share in these joys and these accomplishments, and to not share it together is odd. It was very odd for me, and I think that was part of the mourning, but I'm past it now. Like, we won't be sharing them together, unless like he'll be there at a venue where it's held, but it's no more like leaning over and appreciating them together, the two children that we brought into this world. Like, it's not going to be like that. And so it took me a while to get past that part of it. Like, that was a huge loss in my life. I never thought I'd be one of those women that would be divorced. I just didn't. I didn't expect it. I didn't plan it. I didn't want it. But yet it happened to me, and I've dealt with it, and I'm stronger for it.
It says, do you think things would be different if you didn't have major health challenges? I feel like we'll never know the answer to that question, but I definitely feel like things happen for a reason. Like, in a lot of ways, it was tragic because of like the end of the marriage and stuff like that. But then in a lot of other ways, there were a lot of things that were learned, and things that we had to learn, and how we had to like grow as people. I guess everybody in the situation involved. So there were positive things that came out of it, as well as things that were extremely tragic. Extremely tragic.
I think people handle health challenges differently, and I think every now and then I will get hung up on people. For instance, I don't know these people. They wouldn't know me if they fell over me. But Tom Brady and his wife, I read, they struggled, and people have normal struggles, and they want to work through them. That's the difference when you want to work through them. Nothing to me was ever too much. I said I would have given up anything at that point. I said even if he would have had a problem with the MADCURLS thing, I felt like at some point, perhaps, I don't know, me on the MADCURLS thing might have bugged him a little bit, because I always was a stay-at-home mother. But then I look at the psychologicalness of it all, and him always like basically telling me like I was in the business world, I didn't know what I was talking about, all that kind of like putting you down, devaluing a person. And then when he saw it before his very eyes, me on MADCURLS, and people respecting me and people loving me and loving to hear me talk and all that, it might have gotten to him more than he was prepared for it. So what did he do? He fled. He couldn't stand to see it. I think he really couldn't stand to see it. And so I think that part of it. But the health thing, people get cancer all the time and get past it. I could see if he was like going to pass away, but he recovered from it. And so to me, I think that would be a wonderful thing to celebrate together, but it didn't work out that way. I think he saw his mortality at that point. I can never explain it. I don't know, because I have just a series of an illness that I deal with. Mine, like, I did not heal from mine. I'm not getting over mine. I have mine, and I deal with that on a daily basis. And if anything, mine's deteriorating on a daily basis, but I still just keep pushing forward. But I never would push him away for it. If anything, I would have needed him all the more for the support, but I don't have that. And I don't know. I don't want to give that excuse the illness, because I don't think that makes sense. But it could. Who's to say? You know.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
we'll never know. Yeah, we'll never know. And again, I think like things happen.
I know he is
for a
being so
reason.
good, doggy.
He's trying. He's still. I mean, I still consider Doggy like a puppy. He's one, but I still think he's like a baby. He definitely acts like a little baby.
Thank you, Atia. Yeah, she said, don't forget to like the video. Thank you, guys. Angela said she was the first like. Thank you, Sarah Zeppler. She said, Lori is the definition of strength and courage. I try to be strong. I'm glad I have my kids to be strong for. I'm glad I have someone to be strong for. It's because of my kids, adults or not. Like, I still feel like I'm still a role model for them. I want them to always remember, long after I'm gone, that I never gave up. That even though everything was thrown at me in the worst way, so unexpectedly, I never gave up, you know? I just kept going. I kept going. Things I never thought I'd experience, things I had no knowledge of. I just kept moving forward. So, and here we are. And even this whole thing, this whole pandemic, who would want to have done this by themselves? I would have given anything to have a man in the house during this time. But I wasn't so fortunate, so we have to work our way through it. And I think we're doing a damn good job.
Oh, girl.
That's the first time cursing. Oh, my gosh,
girl.
guys. Getting a little feisty here.
I'm getting too comfortable. We're ready. G here. I feel like I was in a group therapy session. So you never know when that's going to happen. We have a few of those lives on the channel. You never know when they're going to pop up.
I know. One time we had group therapy. You guys had to talk me and Tay through our battle.
Yeah. I mean, I was asked today, like, you know, what do you talk about on live, or what are you going to talk about? Like, and I said, we don't go in with ready-made topics. It's however the conversation goes, whatever it gets to. Girl, I keep trying to take him, girl. He wants you, girl. I don't know what to tell you.
Doggy.
I don't know. And someone said to put him on the floor. He won't go on the floor. He won't go on the floor. So.
Doggy. He's tired. You can tell he's tired because he's very docile. So he will keep getting passed back and forth. But he's tired. You can see.
Yeah, it is past Micah. It's past his bedtime.
Cloud said, was you nothing but
fighting about video aesthetics. Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Exactly. Thank you, Angela. Yes. You know, they absolutely are men. In a mother's mind, they're like my sons, and I feel like I have to make all the decisions. But no, they definitely. Like last night when Doggy was acting crazy and barking at doors and everything, I'm like Spencer, like basically like get down here now. Like I don't know what is going on with him. Is there somebody outside? And I was glad to have a man in the house. Adam, I think, had gone to work. I told you he finds a way of escape.
Yeah.
You know, when he can.
But I mean, I like these kinds of lives because I feel like sometimes even I watch YouTubers and you can almost at times find yourself feeling like envious. Like it looks like they kind of have like a great life, and if they're in a relationship, like everything is great or just whatever. I don't know what people look at. Like, but I know like my age, I look at, you know, are people living in their own place, or are they in a relationship? Are they married? Are they having kids? Like this and that. And like it just seems like everything's perfect. And I like when sometimes YouTubers have like real videos, like chit chat videos where they're just saying like they kind of like mention some of like the issues or the problems that they have, and I'm like, oh, okay, like they're human, they have problems, they have issues, you know, everything seems all smiles and bright and nice.
Like the first
they
year,
have stuff they're going through.
We were on here and it looked like every wash and go was like a perfect wash and go, and like there were no problems. And I think when we finally opened up during one of the lives, you guys really got to know us, and that's when the whole kind of thing of the MADCURLS fam exploded, because you guys were like really family to us and supportive, and then you saw that we were going through normal things like you guys were going through. For a while nobody knew I had multiple sclerosis, and so that was like a big eye-opener to people. I was getting emails about other people going through invisible illnesses as well, and I think making our lives such open books, I think it really is my calling. I really do think that I'm a very transparent person. I definitely love to talk, and I like to share, and I like to teach. That's like the mother in me, I think. And I appreciate people appreciating the fact that we are so open and so transparent. And it makes you kind of like closer to your community, you know, like our subscribers and you to us, you know, like the insides and outs. So you can appreciate the good with the bad. You can appreciate us getting good things. And it doesn't look like braggy-ish or whatever, because you're like, them girls deserve it, because you have no idea what they've been through or what they continue to go through.
And I like how like we can be real with you guys, but you guys are also sharing your stories like in the chat. And so like you're comfortable with us enough to share, and you're comfortable with each other because there's other people who are going to be reading what you're writing in the chat. So we're all just super comfortable with each other, MADCURLS fam. And I think I said that in our Q&A, like, what do you love most about the MADCURLS fam? That it really is like a fam. We're all we all are really open and honest with each other, and we share. And
because people do go through things.
Yeah.
Like everyone who said the chocolate pina, we never pronounce that right, but people are always battling things behind the scenes. I think the older I get, the more I realize no one has a perfect life. I think that's the case. I think that's what helped me get past this, this divorce after so many years. Like I just had everything so designed in my mind how I wanted it to be. And that was part of the healing. Like I had to finally let that go. Once I let that go, that this is not going to be like what you thought your life was going to be, but it's going to be okay. Like you're no less for it. You're not, any less what you thought you were going to be. It doesn't like reflect who you are. It's just, it just happened. And it's unfortunate, but it doesn't take away from who I am. Because for a while, I was going to be the one that you guys were going to come to for all the wisdom points on how to get a man and how to make a relationship work. And then I felt like once I shared that part with you guys, like, why would anybody want to come to me anymore because I'm getting a divorce? I'm like, what good is my word anymore? And then you guys were like, absolutely not. Like, we still respect who you are and how you got to this point. And now there's still more of a story to tell. There's still absolutely more of a story to tell.
Yeah.
And
I said it's a safe space, and I think that's a good way to put it. It's a safe space. It's like we have fun up here, but it's also like a safe space for people to kind of just share and just vent. And that's what lives are. We just kind of like toss ideas back and forth like at each other, like, what do you guys think of this? And you ask us, well, what do you think of this? And so our live streams are never just us sitting here talking about hair, even though our channel is a hair channel. But live streams are just like an open time to kind of talk about anything. And so I enjoy live streams.
Yeah, that's why we like live. Yeah, because the hair, we stuck strictly to hair. And then we said, but we still wanted to get to know our subscribers. We'd see some of the same names coming in through the comments. But not that we could see your faces, but we just wanted to know more of like your personalities. So I've seen so many lives that they don't call out. They just do what they're doing. Like I watch some that put on makeup, they go live, but they never call out the names of the people. So, but I call out names. Like, I feel like I know you guys. How many times have we called out Wisdom is Better tonight? Or I see Lisa Powell. She's always on here. Definitely Angela. She's the MAD. She's the OG. Okay, MAD.CURLS. We can't even stop it if we wanted to because we always say
MAD.CURLS.
Right? Yeah. But there's so many. I didn't know Ina Day was getting a divorce, girl. You didn't tell me that part. And so I see so many names. Like, I feel like you guys are family and that we can really share our lives with you guys. And
yeah, like all you guys, like all the names like in the chat. It's just like we know you guys. And even the new people, I love when people like, this is my first live, but they like dive right in and just are all up in the chat. Like Sarah Duggan tonight, she's been all up in the chat today. And so,
there was another one I've seen that she's new, but I keep seeing her.
Jada NNC, she was in the chat a lot tonight. And so it's cool. Yeah. It's very cool. But I see people saying they're going to do this and they're going to do that. We did start at 8. It is 10:30. I'm starving.
Wow. You're going to bed.
He's going to bed. I'm going to eat. So this was fun. We did say other than Friday nights, we're definitely going to be here every Friday night. So Friday night lives are back on. We will be here Friday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We will be here. But we did say we want to go live at like other points, maybe just like a kind of like a live do our hair with us or a live do our makeup with us or whatever, maybe at another point during the week. We'll see. Keep notifications on for whenever we may pop up.
That's a new
name.
We'll
let you know.
Say the kids that tears came to my eyes after watching MAD.CURLS Our Story.
This is also what LoriAnne does when I'm trying to say goodbye. She's reading. She keeps reading comments like we're saying goodbye.
Yeah, I'm the friend that never goes to sleep.
You're starting
at the party
conversations. So Wanda, she was new here tonight, and she was all in the chat. So it's been fun. It's been fun, guys. Hope you guys had a good time. Like the video on your way out. We do leave our lives up because people like to just watch the playback. So we do have a playlist of live, even going back to our very first live stream that we ever did. We have a playlist of tons of live streams.
I know. We have like well over 100 live streams, right?
Do we?
Yeah, because we have well over 400 videos on our channel.
Yeah, a lot of them are. I know we have at least 80 live. I know that. I know we have at least like 80 live streams. We have done. We've been doing it for. Well, we did it. We celebrated a year, and then are we coming up on 2 years? I don't know. We have tons of live. We've been live streaming for over a year. Definitely over a year. Yeah. But yeah, we enjoy live streams. So
but the most popular one was the Our Truth one.
Yes.
When I fell apart on the screen.
Fun times.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Guys.
Thank you so much for coming, and
have a wonderful weekend.
I was ending it like a video. We'll see you in our next video.
And for those that celebrate Easter,
yes, happy Easter.
Enjoy it.
Yay.
The best way we can.
Yep. Keep your head up.
Yep.
And have a great weekend, great week. Stay positive, and we will see you guys soon.
Okay. All right.
Bye. Oh, and if you didn't know, we dropped a video today. Favorite one and dones, because I was like, we're dropping a video today, and like, and we're going live. There is a new video that we did put out in the afternoon. So if you haven't seen our new video, favorite one and dones, go check that out.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Bye, guys.